High guard, get in there. Oh! Click! He did! Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roachling was right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee! What is he doing?
He forgot his...
It's got to be a knockout. What in the world is happening?
Took a knee, he's got to count.
Listen to me. I understand. If you take a knee like that, that looks like a knockout. All right? Back up. Back up.
Body shot by Norman.
He's more than no nonsense. As Teddy Atlas would always say, Canelo was looking to be friends, and Crawford is not looking to be friends.
Great exchange from Teddy. I mean, look, obviously.
Oh! Hold that
Hey, get right!
Is he trying to rope-a-dope here, Sergio? What do you think he's thinking? Oh, he's hurt! He's out on his feet!
B3 Picks TV, we back again. Man, y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. God is great and you know we straight. At the end of the day, we gonna give thanks every day. We blessed, not stressed. Man, a beautiful weekend of boxing. A lot of the old guys got to fight this weekend. Fury, you know, he won by TKO. People didn't like his performance. AJ got a second round stoppage over Pringa. Everybody whined and complained about his performance, saying that it didn't look too good. He got dropped in the first round. He got hurt bad. AJ is a shell of himself. AJ needs to call it a career. Phenomenal career. Shout out to AJ, two-time unified champion in the sport of boxing at heavyweight. But his chin is done. He's done. But shout out to him. I mean, we fall down, but we get up, right? Shout out to Donnie McClurkin. Now, outside of that, Errol Spence Jr. We here to talk about Errol and everything that happened over the weekend. Anybody that pull up today, just let me know. My brother Irony in here. Irony runs boxing. I see you, family. And we definitely working. Salute to the good brother Irony. Make sure y'all tapping with Irony Boxing, member of the channel, supporter of the channel. So, Errol Spence Jr., he pretty much is going to retire from the sport. I mean, I feel like it's a good decision. He doesn't have it anymore. He's not the same guy. Ryan, I see you, Ryan. Blessings, bro. I see you, Ryan. Make sure y'all hit the follow if you in here. Hit the like if you in here. Errol Spence Jr., he don't got it no more. He was on a 3-year layoff. He still had decent punch resistance, but Tim Tszyu also could have possibly stopped Errol. He was close to stopping Errol, and Tim Tszyu said he could have stopped him. Tim Tszyu said he pulled punches. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Could Tim Tszyu have stopped Errol, or did he actually pull punches in that fight? Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel, what y'all think about that. Also, I mean, Errol said he's gonna call it a quits. He had a beautiful career. I want to know from y'all perspective, is Errol Spence Jr. Hall of Fame in your book? My brother Ja in here. Hold on, let me drop the link for my brother Ja. Let me see here. I was born in DC. I grew up in Maryland. I live in VA, Ryan. But no, I didn't box. Nah. Nah, Ryan. Oh, I thought you said DC. You said BC because I got you. Let me drop the link just in case y'all want to pull up irony, my brother Juan. Any of the member supporters of the channel, y'all can pull up. If not, man, we just gonna say sayonara to Errol, man. Errol, he tried, man. He put forth a valiant effort. I gave him rounds 2, rounds 5, and rounds 11. So it was a 9-3 victory for Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo deserved to win. It was a dominant performance. And now Arrow can go ahead and retire and walk off into the sunset. He could go ahead and retire from the sport of boxing, like he said, with all his faculties. Um, he got hit with some big shots, and he pretty much withstood them. He went all 12 rounds with Tim Zoo. So that was a tough, grueling fight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought Arrow was gonna have to be able to push Tim Zoo back, the strength to push him back and possibly dig to his body and maybe get him up out of there. Man, Arrow, Arrow right now is a shell of himself. Now, I don't think it's all based on the layoff. It's not all due to the layoff. Some majority of that is just he's past his prime. Some of it's layoff, but other than that, I mean, he moved up to 160. As we can see, he's not a 160 pounder. He don't have that pop on his punches, and he really wasn't sturdy in his lower body. Like his back leg wasn't allowing him to get enough push to really step on Tim Zoo. So when he was hitting him, Zoo was just eating every shot. I mean, wow. Let me bring my brother Ja in. Ja, talk to me, man. How you feeling today, bro?
What's good? I'm feeling good. It's starting
Man, it's
off a
good.
good day today.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Blessings.
talking
I
about.
hope everybody that, you know, got love for me have a good day today. I
Yeah,
want them
I'm
to
with you
have
on
some
that.
of that energy too. Like, it's been a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
What's good
Listen.
with you though?
When you hear the voice of your brother, it helps renew your strength, man. It puts joy in you. See, when you got
Facts.
love, when God dwells within you, you're gonna feel joy. Your brother gonna uplift you. It's gonna be like, man, my brother doing well. I'm thankful for that. So that's
Yeah,
good.
you already know. As soon as I say, I hope everybody got love for me, have a good day, like get them blessings. You already know you getting them, so it hit different when you know. Yeah, I'm saying.
One
When
thousand
you on
percent.
point. Yeah, I say, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Let me ask you this, Job. Let's get to boxing. Like, did you get a chance to watch any of the fights over the weekend, specifically the Arrow versus Tim Zoo? We'll start there.
Yeah, I was watching that while Arnie was having his live show. It was a good. Earl looked good to me. Like if he would have came back and fought Lubin, he probably would have. People probably it'd be a different narrative as far as his retirement. But he came back
Mm,
2 weight classes higher, and the last time he fought, he took a tough loss. So
yeah,
he looked real good to me. I would still see him fight. That was his first fight in 3 years as well. And he that was a ring rust fight.
yeah.
I did think that Tim was holding back though, because
Mm,
he obviously was holding back because of his style. Like he's always way more busy and more reckless than that. But I think I had him stopping Earl in 10. Um, I think the damage that Earl took outside inside the ring does play a factor, but I think he do got a chance of coming back strong, but not. I don't want to see him in no fights that's too big.
yeah, I think it was my guy Brandon Maurice that be spitting on the boxing voice. He said it would be nice to see like Arrow do like a one fight maybe in Dallas. Just like how Amanda
Him
Serrano
and
was.
Thurman in Dallas, he probably could make mad bread off of that,
Ooh,
and
now, now you talking.
him and Thurman in Dallas, that'd be good, and it's a fair fight for Earl fans, like if they
Yeah.
worried about him.
Yeah,
Cause
that is true.
Keith looked the same in that Fondora fight as Earl looked in that. Tim Zoo
Hmm.
fight. Like maybe worse. Like Keith barely did shit in that. Excuse me, he barely did
Hmm.
anything in that fight. Like,
I could see that now. You matchmaking because people was talking about maybe like fighting a nondescript opponent, but Arrow about that coin. You might as well go out there and make some money. Fight Keith. Hmm.
yeah, and why not? Like that's doing something for Earl too. Like even though Earl said he wouldn't fight Keith, he Errol Spence. Like why would you fight some no name on your way out when you got an opportunity to fight somebody like Keith?
Hmm.
Cass said they both on their way out.
And they might as well
Fight.
fight before the end of the year because that way because both of them pretty much like Arrow didn't take any real damage or punishment to the naked eye. He still did his post fight. He got bruised. He's bruised up. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
I
scar
mean,
tissue to
yeah,
me from the Bud fight and the accidents and stuff.
right, exactly. So I feel like he could be back November, December this year.
Yeah, he could come back. That was 3 year layoff, yo. You feel
Hmm.
me? Two weight classes
Yeah,
higher. Like he never fought at 160. And
yeah,
saying
exactly. And he
Tim
ain't look for
always
he
been
it got and
fighting.
listen, it got tough in there too. He had to dig deep. He didn't have nothing left in the 12th. But he won the 11th round. He put hands on Tim in the 11th. But like you saying, he just like you
He
said, John.
scored at will on Tim for sure.
Yeah. But
Tim
you feel
just was
like you
too
feel
big. He's too experienced at the heavier weights for Earl.
yeah.
He was
Yeah, he kind
eating
of
that
pushed
shit. Like
Arrow,
he
man.
been taking that his whole career. He been taking shots like Errol
Yeah,
Spence type of punches.
you're right. You're right. So let me ask you this: like, what's your thoughts on Tim as a fighter, and what do you want to see from Tim next?
I want to see Tim. He one of those fighters you can't knock him. Like with Earl, if he get hurt real bad, it's like yo, retire. With Tim, you can't knock him. Like his style is his style. Like he looked good because I seen him use his mind in this fight. Like he was patient. He knew what he could do in that fight. He didn't gas out at no point in the fight. So I want to see Tim fight whoever at this point. But he still don't got no defense. So it's going to be the same result if he try to have another big fight. Cause he don't Earl was tagging him at will.
So at the end of the fight, they did call out Arislandi Laura, Tim
For
Zoo versus
Tim
Laura.
Zoo,
Yeah.
only way I got Zoo winning that is if it's a setup.
Mm.
Laura will do easy work. Tim Zoo is easy work for Laura. Laura old though, but Tim, come on, yo. I want to see it because I like Laura, so I
Yeah.
want to see him get off on Tim. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I like that. I like Tim though, but I like Laura more though as a style fighter and his
I
age.
wonder. I wonder if they can get Laura to go over to the UK. I'm not UK. Australia and fight Tim.
I think Laura definitely do it. I think he ain't no duck. Like he come from the throwback era. Like he was probably a kid in that throwback area, and then he from what's that? Cuban boxing
Yeah.
school?
Yep. Yeah, he from the Cuban School of Boxing. Yep.
Yeah, he a real one. Laura a real one. I don't think he ducking nothing. They been ducking him. Like, why wouldn't you knock old Laura off if you could and take that belt at 160 or less? He that good.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Speaking of the older guys, AJ man, he got clipped. He got dropped a couple times in the first round. I don't know if you've seen it. He had to come back and stop dude in the second, but he was almost out on his feet.
I like AJ. He like a younger brother. Like I'm rooting for y'all. And him and Dubois, they got my heart. Like as fighters, like in the ring. Like they
Mhm.
could get dropped, but I ain't gonna never count them out versus somebody else or different heavyweights. I'd be like, it's over. Like if
Mhm.
Joshua or Dubois get dropped, I ain't worried if I'm rooting for them. Like you never know what's gonna happen. But I like that he got dropped and came back. But I think that was nothing to him. Like that's just another day for him and like other heavyweights like Dubois. Like,
Hmm.
but him fighting Tyson Fury, I still don't think he ready for that. But he it's fine because Tyson Fury don't never take it serious.
Man, I feel like, I mean, I think he'll take the AJ fight serious. You
Do
to
you
be
think
real
he
with you.
took Usyk serious? Because I think he only took Usyk serious partially.
Mm,
I think when you
yes,
taking
yes,
fighters
yes,
serious, you saying yes, you think you took him serious, right?
100%.
Yeah,
Because you
it's
remember he
just
was
like
winning. He was winning pretty much until he got hurt in the first fight. And the second, I mean, those was like 50-50 fights. I don't know if people really realize that, but I mean, he clearly lost the second fight. And obviously, because he got hurt so bad, he lost the first fight. He lost both fights. The right guy won on both nights. But
he looked
Fury was
good.
looking dominant in the first
Yeah.
fight. He was working Usyk. And it was
The
just looking
reason
like.
why
Go
I
ahead.
think he didn't take it serious is because I seen in him that he was playing still, like not taking your Usyk. Like he could have
But
won.
that's his
I feel
style.
like
You
he
know
should
that.
be able to win, but it's a pro game though. And if your goal is to win, if you got the tools in your bag, then you supposed to use them. You know what I mean? Like he could
Yeah.
have outboxed Usyk and made it look easy, but he chose not to. That's what I mean by like I believe he did take that more
But
serious
let me say
than
this, Josh.
his other fights, but still not serious to his capacity though.
But see the thing about Usyk being a smaller man, he definitely started to like stalk Fury.
Nah,
Fury
Usyk
was
the
trying
man.
yeah, Fury was
No
trying to
discredit
box.
to Usyk, just saying, man,
But my whole
Tyson,
thing is that
he was
nobody has an unlimited tank. Like that's why I kind of the Devin versus Jose Ramirez performance. Nobody liked it because he was moving too much. But to see somebody kind of be able to box and move for 12 rounds straight, that was
I
that was
liked
that
his
was really impressive.
performance.
That was impressive. Did not
It's
get hit.
Devin, yeah,
Right. So that's what I'm saying. With like
and
with
it's
Fury,
Jose
like it's
Ramirez.
no way you can box on the back foot and your feet not stop. Like that's why it was so impressive for Devin. But Fury, his feet is gonna stop at certain points, and Usyk just capitalized and rocked him.
But
He
Fury never really tried to get nobody out of there though. That's what I'm really trying to look
okay,
at.
that makes sense. I see
Like
what you're
he be
saying.
having chances to really like if he don't have to dance around, he tall, he already long, and he know how to use his jab. And
Hmm.
Usyk, if he uses jab, but he ain't putting nothing on like on his shots that it looked like he trying to knock Usyk out. It looked like he just in there in his flow state, having a good time boxing. But where is like where's the hurt at? I don't see you really trying to hurt these guys. Or remember he just fought that wrestler or whoever that was?
He fought Rico. You talking about the Rico fight? No, 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 no,
His
no. I'm tripping. I'm
last
tripping.
fight
He fought in
maybe
Ghana.
before no, it was a his fight on Netflix that he had. And
That
the
was that
dude,
was that was Arslanbek Makhmudov, the big boy.
yeah, like he could have stopped him, right? Like, what's your opinion on that?
The only thing I would agree with you, Ja, but I just know the Fury is not a big puncher in that sense, and like you saying, he's not demonstrative when he boxes, so he's not looking to really get
Yeah,
his fighters up out of there. Like you saying, he has a laissez-faire style.
yeah.
He has a style where
Like he
like it
don't
looks
give a
like
damn.
but like it's almost like he's conserving energy. But in years past, the younger Fury, I always used to say he would showboat and win rounds. Like he could win the story of a fight. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
Wilder one, he really lost the Wilder one, but he won the story of it because he was showboating. So
And nobody really get real mad about it because they know that You never get the best Tyson Fury because he'd play around too much. Like he's silly. Like you never going to be able to get the best Tyson Fury in that ring because his style just like you. It's important. It's very important for him to be relaxed and having fun, almost to the point where it might go against him when it come to like he could be undefeated. But I like Tyson Fury. Like I would watch a show based on him as a person, like like a Kenny Powers type of show. Well, it's called Eastbound and Down. Like I would watch a show like that about Tyson Fury because he got that type of personality. You still there? I can't hear you.
He just popped back in.
What up? What up, Free? Peace and blessing.
What's good?
Chilling for real. Yeah, you can hear B3 because I can't.
I can hear you. B3 can't. I don't know if B3 something going on with his headphones or his mic, but I can hear you.
No doubt. What's going on with you though?
Not much, not much. Just sitting here going through the boxing topics, looking at all the stuff on the internet, and saw and watched the fights this past weekend. I heard y'all talking about the Tyson Fury and AJ fight. At one time I thought AJ would win that fight, but now after what I'm saying, AJ looked like he looks like he's done. I don't know if his head is still in the game, or if it's just the fact that he's an older fighter now. But I don't think AJ beats Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury wins that fight. I think he wins it very convincingly. The only issue I have, and the only problem Tyson Fury will have, I don't have an issue with it, but the only problem Tyson Fury will have is if AJ lands that big shot, can Tyson Fury stand up to it? Because
Yeah.
AJ can punch, even though he doesn't have the same boxing ability that he used to have and the same aura around him. He still can punch. If he lands the shot, he still can hurt Tyson Fury. But I just think Tyson Fury, he still have his legs, he still have his mobility, his reflexes. I think Tyson Fury wins that fight.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ got a sharp one too. But he do look, I agree with like he looked like he just going through the motions of boxing because he been doing it for a minute, but he not really invested the same way. Like he don't got that hunger the same way. I could see that.
Yeah. Um, but the fight that I was mostly impressed with this past weekend was the Jaleel Hatchet fight. I was very impressed how Jaleel
Shit. I
was
gotta
able to
go back on that.
stay disciplined and box and not really fall into the trap of being an inside fighter, because that's what Devin
That's
Shinko
what I be wanting from Jalil too.
yeah, that's what Devin Shinko wanted him to do, fight the inside fight and make it a brawl. But he had Coach Kenny and Coach Hatchett had a very good game plan, and he boxed his way all the way to a victory. I think I might have gave Devin Shinko one, maybe 2 rounds, but the rest of that was all Jalil. Jalil won every single fight. I mean, every single round outside of that 1 or 2 rounds that I know one for sure. It might have been a second round that I say, okay, I could see Devershenko getting that round. But other than that, it was no more than 2 rounds that he won. Jalil won that. He won that fight easy. That was an
Yeah, he
easy
made it look
victory
easy.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an easy
beautiful.
victory for him. And that's
Phenomenal performance by Jaleel, man.
Yeah, and that's what I need to see out of him. I mean, yeah, we know you got the dog in you. We know you can fight on the
Right.
inside. But if you're the more athletic fighter, if you're the more rangier fighter, make it an easy fight on yourself. That's what make your career last longer, by making the fights easier.
Yeah, Jalil, one of them fighters, he got a bag. Like
Yeah.
he not just a one trick pony type of fighter. Like he could box for real.
Yeah, he
Like
can. he got a hellified jab that he don't really utilize as much, but that jab that he was putting on Derevyanchenko kept knocking his head back. I'm like, he needs to fight like this more often because those fights that he had in the past, he probably wouldn't even have that one loss if he would have fought this way. He
Is that his
probably
first at 160?
no, this is second fight. His second
He
fight at
looked
160.
comfortable though.
Yeah,
Derevyanchenko couldn't hurt him.
yeah, because I mean this is first fight at a full 160 division, but the first fight that he had on Zufra, I think it was at 160, but he wasn't actually at that weight yet because he was still fighting at 54, and so that was his first fight on Zufra. He came straight from traditional boxing over to Zufra, and he had a fight probably like 2 months after he signed the Zufra, and so he was still transitioning from 154 to 160. So this was technically him actually at 160 pounds and ready to fight. So I mean, he looked good at 160. He doesn't look like he has to cut as much weight
Yeah, he looked
because he's a
completely
big dude.
comfortable.
I know,
Yeah,
I know, I know without a shadow of doubt, he walks around probably somewhere around 190. He's a big dude.
yeah,
He
he
fu-
got that body. He just lean, so he
yeah.
looks small.
Man,
And I
shout
don't
out to
know how tall
Jaleel
he
for
is in
putting that
person.
jab on display for us yesterday. That was phenomenal how he boxed up Derevyanchenko. I mean,
He makes Derevyanchenko
and when
the
he was
seller.
boxing, he just had. I mean, he looked like really like he could be at the top of the sport. So I think Jaleel is 23 years right now. I mean, I think he can beat Callum Walsh. I think they need to make that Jaleel Hackett Callum Walsh fight. Who you got winning that free?
Oh no, I think he could beat Colin Walsh. Colin Walsh. I mean, it will be a good fight, but I think if it has to be a fight where somebody got to dig down deep and pull out the victory, I think Jalil got more dog than Colin Walsh. I think far as a boxing match, I think Colin Walsh can hang with Jalil. But I just think Jalil is just because he's younger and he's more hungrier. His name is not really known like that. Colin Walsh's name is not a real big name, but a lot of people know who Colin Walsh is. But I just think Jalil is a much more fluid talent than Colin Walsh. Colin Walsh is more of a boxer, and Jalil he could be a boxer puncher. He can be a brawler. He could be a come forward fighter. So I think he has a little more tools in the bag than Colin Walsh. So I think he can pull that fight out fairly easy. I think it would be a tough fight, probably the first 3 or 4 rounds, and then he get in his mode after he gets hit a couple of times because Jalil seemed like he gets a little he gets a little sleepy until he gets hit, and then that's when they wake him up and he really go into his bag. And I saw that yesterday with the Derevyanchenko fight. He was winning so easy till he made Derevyanchenko hit him a couple of times because he went on the inside when he didn't have to. He could have stayed in the center of the ring and just kept boxing, but I think he was getting bored and he let Derevyanchenko fight on the inside a little bit too much, and that's when he actually woke up and really started fighting for real. Because he was winning those first like 3 or 4 rounds easy. It wasn't even close. He was just jabbing, hitting the straight right hand, and then he went back to jabbing again. It was like it was like almost like a sparring matchup, and it seemed like he got a little bored with that, so he made it an inside fight for about a round and a half, and then he went back to boxing again.
I want to see Jalil be able to get a fight with an opponent that'll give him the hunger where he could really be like stuff like that wouldn't happen. Like he wouldn't fall asleep in there. Like
Yeah, I
like
just
if
don't.
you fight Tank or Canelo or fighting somebody, like you know you're gonna have to train the best you ever train. I don't think Jalil ever had to go through that yet.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a fight like that over there on Zuffa for him. He will have to fight somebody that's in the traditional boxing rankings because I don't think they have anybody over there with Zuffa at 160 pounds outside of maybe Callum Walsh. And Callum Walsh, I don't think he's that good of a fighter. I think he's okay, but I don't think he's that good of a fighter where Jaleel has to be worried about anything.
Mm.
So he just fighting for like Zuffa like right now. So that's the incentive
Bentley
for
said
him.
everyone was trash this weekend. I don't think you saw Jaleel fight then because that was not a trash fight at all.
I like Berlanga fight. I don't think that was trash either. Like I like Berlanga as a slugger. Like that's his style to me. Like for real, for real.
I
Like
don't I don't think
I
I
like
don't
when
think
he
that
just said F it and he trying to get him out of there.
I don't think that was a very good performance far as a match. I mean, far as performance, but I like the fight
Yeah.
because both of
Pause.
those guys were was swinging big shots. Both of those guys was he
I
dropped
see
Belinga in
what
the
you
second round and Belinga dropped him. It was an action packed fight. I don't like the performance. I think Belinga is I think what we
if
see
he would
from
have
Belinga
been more professional about it, like if he trained for that slugger type of style, that's because it was entertaining for sure though. But you're
was
right, it wasn't that professional, like and
But
disciplined at
I
all.
think what we see from Belinga is what we're going to get. I don't think Belinga is any good. I think that's about as good as we're going to see from Belinga. I think when it comes to the top level guys, I don't think Belinga beats any of those guys unless he lands the big shot. If he can't land his big shot, I don't think he beats any of those top level guys because
I
he doesn't move
I
it.
agree with you. I just look at it as the possibility of like it's probably hard for him to accept like you a fighter that's trying to land a big shot. That's who you are. That's how you supposed to train.
Oh, you talking about the
Period.
Fury, AJ, and Spence fight? Yeah, I mean that it was kind of what I thought I would see from Spence, and that's why I said I lean towards Spence, but I needed to see what he's like, and I said Tim Tszyu will have a shot to win if Earl doesn't have his reflexes, if Earl can't really take a shot, and if Earl was past it. I was like, that's the only way I see Tim Tszyu winning. If Earl was the Earl that we saw in the Danis Ugas and what we saw in Danny Garcia, Tim Tszyu wouldn't have won that fight. But Earl, he was done. He said it. He said, I know when my time is up, and my time is up. And I mean, he tried it one more time to see if he was still up to it, and he was like, I don't have it anymore. So I mean, I'm that's the one thing I say about Earl. He's honest when he comes to his assessments, and he was like, I don't have it anymore. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, hats off to him. He had an outstanding career. I think he did better than what a lot of people thought he would have done. So I mean, hats off to him. He had a lot of big fights in his career. He had a lot of big victories in his career as well. He overcame a lot, and I can't do nothing but tip my hat to him. But far as Fury, I didn't see the Fury fight because they didn't show it on TV. Um, from what I heard, it wasn't nothing good, and I wasn't checking for that fight anyway. I wanted to see what AJ looked like coming back into the ring, and I wanted to see what Earl looked like coming back into the ring. Those were the two fights that I was really looking to see. I don't really care for Fury like that at all. It doesn't bother me one way or another if he fight or he doesn't.
I'm with you on that, free. Let me say this. Shout out to everybody in the building. AB in here, Bentley in here. Let me see who else. Mike Rim. Salute to everybody. Free is definitely cooking. Uh Man, it was a phenomenal weekend. Bentley, shoot your cash out, whatever, however you want to receive this 50 piece. Arrow got, Arrow just doesn't have it right now. Um, the 3 year layoff, you can see that was, I think that had a lot to do with him not being able to fight his similar style. Also moving up, Tim Tszyu being a bigger guy. I mean, I feel like Arrow couldn't fight at full potential based on that layoff. I feel like if he would have took a 2-month fight, we probably would have got a better performance out of Errol. And
Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because what I saw in that fight with Earl and Tim Tszyu is what I saw in the Bud Crawford fight. He was
how'd you
lunging.
see that fight, Smoke? Nobody's seen the Fury fight.
Yeah, I didn't see the Fury fight. He must have
I
saw
didn't
some
see it
highlights or something.
either.
I mean, they might have it on YouTube. They might have uploaded on YouTube. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking for it, but from what I heard from everybody else, they couldn't find it. So I don't know. Maybe they loaded up on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, what I saw in that Earl fight, I saw the same fight that I saw in the Bud. He was from the very beginning. He was lunging. He wasn't setting up his punches behind his jab or anything. He was just lunging in, trying to land a big shot. And I was like, once I saw that, I was like, this ain't going. This gonna be a long night. This ain't his night.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm
the
with you
first
on
time
that
I
first.
saw Earl look little.
Hmm.
I mean, because like
But so what? How Free? What's your thoughts on Errol doing a Keith Thurman fight?
Earl ain't fighting no more. He said he's done. He hung it up. He ain't coming
Mm.
back to fight no more. That's the one thing I can say about Earl. If he say something, that's what he's gonna do. He was like, "No, I'm done." He like,
Oh,
I
okay,
don't.
I didn't
He
watch
said
the
that.
post fight. Okay.
Yeah, he
What he
said
say after the Bud fight? He ain't say he was done then, did he?
no. He said he wish he hope he can have the rematch at 154. He was looking forward to having another fight after the Bud fight. He was like, I hope we can have the rematch at 54. So he didn't say he was done there. This fight, he said I don't want to be those guys that didn't know when it was time, and he said my time is now. He said it's time for me to hang it up.
That's respectable. It sounded like he thought about that good before the fight.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
matter
something
of
was
fact,
missing before the fight too.
matter of
Yeah.
fact, he's on. I think he did a live. He did a post on Instagram letting everybody know that was his last fight. He did a whole post and he was talking to the people, letting them know that was his last fight. He's done.
Man. Yeah, it would be nice to get a hometown fight. Uh, the Keith Thurman. So we might as well put that out there. I mean, both of them can do a one last fight.
Nah, I don't.
That'd be good.
If a fighter say he's done, I don't want him getting back in the ring because his head is not there. It's not going to be an entertaining fight. It's not going to be a good fight at all. When you got one guy that's already saying that they're done, and then you force them back into a ring for the fans, it's not going to be a good fight. It's not going to be entertaining at all. It's going to be a one-sided fight, and everybody going to be like, "Oh, well, why I spent my money on this?" It's going to be a Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather all over again. You waited all this time, and then it's a one-sided fight, and it's not entertaining.
What about Lubin?
No,
I
no, he
mean,
don't want
Keith,
to. I think the Keith fight is the best fight if he gonna do any fight. But Free
Nah,
just
that's the
saying that he
better
don't.
fight. But what about Lubin though? Because that's different opponents, so it might be different
no,
outcome. Far as how the fight
I,
come out, not one sided.
it would still be one side. Anytime you got a guy that's done, when they made it up in their mind, they're done,
Mm.
and then they force them back into the ring. It's not going to be a good outlook. You're not going to get your money's worth. It's not going to be entertaining at all. You got a guy that already is looking to retirement. You got another guy that's trying to make a name for himself. It's not going to be good. It's like I said, it's going to be similar to what we saw from the Bud Crawford fight, what we saw from the Tim Tszyu fight. It's going to be one-sided. It's going to be one-sided. We ain't going to see no different. It don't
So
matter
you
who the
got Lubin beat Earl because of that there.
I mean, I don't even think Lubin would be a good enough opponent for Errol Spence to even say, okay, I'll come back for one more fight. It's not even a good enough opponent.
So you got Earl beating Lubin there.
Lubin's not a big enough name. I mean, like I say, he already made up his mind. He's done. He already said he retired. But if
That was smooth.
you say, okay, if you a guy that was on the top level, your name is big. You do pay-per-views, and you say, okay, I'm gonna come back for one more fight. Erkson Lubin is not the person you're looking to come back for. It would have to be somebody like a Keith Thurman, somebody that the fans always wanted to see you fight. It's
Not a
not
comeback fight, but like a safe fight, undercard, get a couple dollars,
that
like a little spar session. I might have
Ain't gonna
even
be the
sparred for free.
undercard.
He
that
might
that
spar for free, maybe. He might still
no.
spar for free one day. Why not fight Lubin instead of that? That's the perspective I'm coming from, like that.
No, and see that's the same thing that I see with Earl Spence is the same thing I see with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he's in there with guys that's not very good. So you don't see the actual effect of him not being the same Deontay Wilder. You see some of it, but you don't see the actual effect of him not being the same Deontay Wilder anymore. Deontay Wilder is not the same guy. He gets in there with a guy that's really still hungry and still trying to make a name for themselves, still trying to be at the top of the division. Deontay Wilder probably don't walk out of that fight. He probably gets knocked out. He's not the same Deontay Wilder that we know for knocking people out and things like that. What I saw in that Dirk to Shore fight, Deontay Wilder 5 years ago would have knocked the Shore out. Chisora would have never made it to the end of that fight. He'd have been knocked out, sleep. The Deontay Wilder we got now, yes, Chisora can make it the distance with Deontay Wilder. It was so close of a fight that Chisora said he's coming back for one more fight. He said he wasn't done. He
What
thought
was
that was
the difference in Deontay Wilder, like what he would have did in the
he
past?
does he doesn't have the snap on his punches. He doesn't have the reflexes, and he doesn't have the quickness. Deontay Wilder was a guy that he relied on his athleticism. He relied on his punching power. He relied on his hand speed. He doesn't have none of that anymore. He don't
So
have any
did
of
he
that.
show more skills than he showed prior though? But that's a good reason. That's why I like that fight.
Yeah, he showed way more skills prior to him being in that last Tyson Fury fight or the last two Tyson Fury fights. He showed way more skills. The Deontay Wilder that fought the Tyson Fury the very first time, that Deontay Wilder beats Dirk to shore, stops him badly. That Deontay Wilder stops Big Bang Zane. Now we got the after effect of Deontay Wilder now. Deontay Wilder is 41 years old. He's an older guy. He doesn't have the punch resistance anymore. He doesn't have the snap on his punch. He doesn't have the quickness. It's a different type of Deontay Wilder we're looking at. It's almost like when we saw Mike Tyson at the end of his career. It's like when we saw Roy Jones at the end of his career. All of these guys that we was fans of in their prime, when they got older, they were never the same guys that they was when they was in their prime. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard. You can go on and on and on. All those guys, once they got out of that prime and they became the older fighter, they was never the same guy that we grew to love and wanted to see them fight all the time.
Man, listen, salute to Champ Ross in the building. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Mark in here, Juan in here.
Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear Juan. I can't hear Mark. Dan. Um,
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. I was saying, yeah.
hold on real quick.
Shout out to my brother, Bradley.
What y'all thought about the fights this weekend?
That was bad.
Well,
That was bad. I seen it from the first round. I seen that first round. I was like, yeah. I almost cried a little bit watching it. I had to turn it off at the 10th round. I was like, bro, I got to turn this off. Before it get me many more mad and I smash my TV down the bits.
Which
Man,
fight you talking about, Juan?
It was beautiful. He's
You talking about the Earl?
Extra.
Yeah.
He's talking about the extra friendly 50 you had to pay me this weekend, B3 Picks.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
It was
great.
beautiful to watch, man.
Well, just
Earl
like you, Mark,
Spence.
I don't mind supporting LGBTQ, so I didn't mind blessing you with that.
Well, I'm a powerful straight young black man with kids. So God bless you for supporting the community. But I appreciate you for this friendly fit. Excuse me, this extra friendly
Why
50.
you putting extra crispy on it like you dropped it in some grease at Popeyes, man?
Cause it just feel that
Shout out,
way.
listen.
It's like
It
extra
was
friendly
nine. It was
50.
9-3. Shout out to Tim Zoo. He did what he was supposed to do. Uh,
Yeah.
and Marky, who loves the DFI whites, he'll get a chance to support another. Just just favorably. So shout out to you, Mark, man.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question though. What y'all scored that?
It was 9-3 in my
I
opinion.
scored it. Yeah, I scored it 9-3 as well.
Yeah.
You D3?
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't have Earl winning more than 3 rounds. I mean, I would say I had it more 10-2, but
Yeah.
9-3 is not out of the realm because Earl
Nah,
did have he had some
I
moments because Tim Zula like he was just going through the motions and but I didn't it was a fight that I knew from the very first round Earl wasn't going to win. I saw it
Mm,
from the very first round. Like I said, soon
yeah.
as that first round started, I started seeing the same fighter that I saw when he fought Bud Crawford.
I had it 10-2, and that's two generous rounds that I gave the guy.
10-2.
Nah,
Ten
he
to
won
two.
round 2, round 5, round 11.
10
Nah,
to 2.
nah, 10-2, bro. And that's me not even watching the last 2 rounds. 10-2 them. He 10
He
10
was
everything
asleep then. He won
to
round 11. One.
nah,
He
10
didn't. He
10
said he
2.
didn't even
I,
watch the
I,
last two
I,
rounds and gonna score
and
10-2.
listen, man, 10-2, 10-2, and it's because I watched the highlights at the day after, and the 11th round, he was still getting hit with big shots. Anything that
That's
he was still getting hit with big shots.
crazy.
He was still, bro. And the thing is too, and people didn't notice it, and people were saying it. People were saying it, and where I was at. But Tim let off the gas a lot. Like in those middle rounds, he started turning it up, and then he was you're done. It's cool. I'm already closer to that when he let off
Yo,
that gas.
B3. B3. That man wants it 10-2.
10-2, and that's me generously giving him 2 rounds because
Damn.
But
the
Mark,
round.
Dan, talk about your guy because you lost money on the stoppage. Did Tim Zoo say he could have stopped him? Was he capping or did he pull the
Nah,
punches? Talk to us.
he
No,
could
I
have.
think he beat Earl like a drum. Um, I think Earl, not only that, in the last couple of rounds, Earl was using a lot of movement. Like he was doing things I never seen Earl do before. I never seen Earl move around that much, you know. And then on top of the fact, it's like I mean, he was hitting Earl. Sometimes it would be like three right hands in a row. You know what I'm saying? He'd be following up after he hit Earl with a big shot. So I don't think that he was carrying Earl Spence. I think Earl Spence, he just a tough cookie. I mean, you look back at that Bud Crawford fight. I mean, Earl Spence was still trying to fight. The referee had to save his life, though. Like, if the referee hadn't stepped in there, Earl Spence would have just kept fighting. So, no, I don't think that Tim Zoo held back.
Off of what I seen Saturday night, Tim Zoo would have been in there with anybody else at 154 pounds. Tim Zoo probably get stopped.
Right.
He
Sorry.
would have been in. Tim Zoo would have been in there with Virgil. Tim Zoo would have got stopped. He'd have been in there with Boots. He would have got stopped. He would have been in there with Sebastian Fendor. We already know he's gonna stop him. Yeah, I mean Sebastian Fendor made the man quit. So I mean it was just you saw one guy who was still in his career, and you saw another guy say, okay, it's time for me to exit left.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, free. I mean, shout out to Tim Zoo. Salute to Carrier and hit Carrier. You was right, bro. You called it too. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Zoo, man. Um, who you want to
My
see
fault.
Tim Zoo fight next, free?
Nobody.
He gonna fight Lara.
No, nobody.
He
how
fighting
does the
Laura.
Laura versus Zoo fight go?
Laura stops Tim Zoo.
Mm, mm, nasty.
Look, look. See, no, now what I did notice, Tim Zoo was taking some clean shots from Earl. Earl just didn't have nothing on his punches. He was taking some clean shot. Now, from a guy like Laura, who's sitting down on his punches, I don't know if Tim Zoo's making it out of there. We've seen Tim Zoo get stopped twice. So I don't know if Tim Zoo's making it out of there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Even with John Finch in his corner, like the adjustment that he made to him, like just the little bit of the little small adjustments he made to him, still won't be enough to beat anybody in that top like echelon of fighters. And I would, if I was his handlers, yeah, I'd throw him in there with Lara, but I'd still avoid, like Adamas if he's gonna stick around. And when Xander moves up, because that's when he's gonna move up.
Yeah,
When Xander moves up,
the only
he's got
chance
to
he
avoid them all.
the only chance he got with Laura is because Laura's 41 years old, 42 years old. That's the only chance he got with Laura. But if Laura's still the Laura that we saw beat Danny Garcia, the Laura that we saw beat those other guys, Tim Zoo is not making it out of that fight.
So my thing is this. My thing
But
is
I don't know about that because it's like we seen Tim Zoo, or excuse me, we seen Lara, and I agree. I think Lara, he's looked great in his run at 160. But the guys who he's been stopping, Tommy Lamont, what was his name? Thomas Lamana. Then I can't even think of the name. He was some old British champion, hadn't been champion in like over a decade.
I
And
mean,
then went in there with Danny Garcia, a dude who his previous fight had just been his first fight at 54, then jumped up to 60. Hadn't really been competing seriously for years. So you know what I'm saying? Like I agree, Laura is definitely skilled, but I feel like a lot of people like we toot his horn a lot,
hey,
like based off of some
no,
dudes he
no,
was
no,
supposed
and
to
it's
beat.
not, it's not, and it's not even,
Are
it's
you
not
picking
even.
Zoo over Laura, Mark? Yes or no, man?
Yeah, he probably is, but it's not even.
Uh,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about the whole Laura situation.
I
Yes,
want to
Laura.
pick Tim Zoo, but no, I really can't. I can't.
No,
I just think
my
Laura, he
thing
too
is,
close.
my thing is this. My thing is this. My biggest thing is this, right? Forget the fights you just seen with him. The last two. Forget last two fights with him, right? I know Ja gonna see it because Ja boxed himself. He did. He made those small adjustments, but the small adjustments still not enough to get out the way. He still lives his head on the line. That's the biggest number one thing. His head is still on the line. What's Laura's favorite punch? Anybody know it? The left hand
The
straight down the
straight
middle.
right
That
hand.
that straight left hand right down the middle because
Oh,
he's a
yeah,
southpaw.
southpaw.
And everybody knows right-handed fighters are susceptible to what? That left hand right down the middle. That's his favorite go-to punch. Yes, he's going to get put to sleep. No
See,
matter what we say, what we do, what we can do, what we say outside the ring, and none of that. He can't make that adjustment. Guess why? Because that is a habit.
You think
That's
he
his
gonna go to
habit.
bed, Juan? You think he's gonna go
He's
to
going to
bed?
take a he's
yeah,
gonna take a nice nap.
yeah.
Get pillows, get him some cookies, get him a blanket, because he's gonna take a nap.
This is
Some
the
milky
thing.
You're a
cookies and
rough
all that.
guy, Juan.
This
You're a
is
rough guy.
this is the thing about what Marky said. Yeah, Tim Zoo haven't fought the top level guys at the division because those guys are not getting in the ring with him. He was just about to unify the title. The dude was so scared that he popped dirty on purpose. That man
Mm-hmm.
popped dirty on purpose. He was like, I'm
How
not
you
getting
And
I'm
say
not
top
I'm not
and
dirty?
you
getting
and go
I'm
How
gonna go
you
through
top
training
dirty
camp,
on purpose?
but I'm gonna
and
pop
and go
dirty.
back and go back to this past Saturday, right? Anybody remember what's the big shot that he got caught with in the end of that second round? What was the big shot? Please,
Was it a
somebody.
left hook?
No, it was the left hand right down the middle. Cleaned him clock. And they hurt him. They hurt him. But then after that, he just had to take over. But that was it. Like, bro, like his head don't move out that line, bro.
Yeah.
It don't move out that line. He don't have no head movement. His best defense is his offense, and you're not gonna out offense Lara. That's not even in this realm. You can't do that.
But uh Puerto Rican Juan, Zara is like coming up on, I think he's almost 65, maybe 66 years old. You
Listen,
don't
man.
think he's at the end of that Cuban prime where maybe with enough pressure, Tim Tszyu could start to break him down a little bit,
No,
especially to the
bro, because
body with that gas
you
tank?
gotta also remember one. This is his first fight at 160. This fight just now is his first fight at 160. Law's
Who,
been
Tim
there.
Tszyu?
What?
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
not
that's
true.
his first fight at
No, that's not
160.
true.
That is true, Marky.
No,
How is not his?
it's
Mark,
two fights before this Errol Spence fight was
no,
at
Mark,
160.
no, Marky, because I know Anthony. Anthony said his fight with Anthony was at 154 pounds. Anthony is a 154 pounder, my boy. What are we talking about?
All right, well
He's 150.
that's not what Box Rec has been telling me, but I
No, bro.
trust you.
The contractual obligation for both fights. I think one of the fights was 155 pounds, and the other one was 155 pounds. Anthony was not going up to 160.
Dennis
He knows he went up to
Nirja. Let me see. I know
I'm
for a
looking.
fact, yeah, he fought Tim Tszyu fought Dennis Nirja at middleweight.
Then he must have did that one last thing, because from what I seen, it was supposed to be 154, because that was his last couple fights at 154.
Tim Tszyu came in at 157. Mr. Nirja came in at 156 and a half. That's a middleweight bout.
All
Warner
right,
Puerto
so if it
Rico.
was, yeah, but you got to remember too, they don't show the real contractual obligation. So if the real case may be, they both came in at 157 and 156 respectively. That must have been a 155 contract. That whole contract must have been 155. That would have been the catch weight if that's the case. You got to remember, Mark, he's not a big 154. He's not even
A
a big
likely explanation.
He's not even big at 154. So what are we talking about? He's not. He's probably the smallest 54 I've seen in my life ever. Come on, Mark. Like really be real.
I get that. His last fight, okay, he's only had one fight at 160
Come on, Mark. Come
before
on, Mark.
Errol Spence. I get that.
We talking boxing. We talking boxing, Mark. Come on now.
We are talking boxing.
We talking about Marky. Yeah, I was about to say, Marky. Come on, let's be real.
Green
He's
banana.
not. Yeah, bro. He's not beating Lara. Not even if Lara was 84 years old, one hand
I
tied
didn't
behind
say
his
he
back,
was.
and he was crippled. He was gonna get put to sleep either way.
I didn't say he was.
No, I mean you gotta look at it. He fought a guy in Boxram who doesn't move at all. And Boxram just threw a straight shot right down the pipe. And
that's his favorite punch. And that's his favorite punch. Now,
yeah.
I'm saying as a career 54 carrier.
Like I look at the guys that I look at the guys that gave Tim Tszyu problems, and Laura is a better boxer than all of those guys. He's a better boxer. Laura still can box if he wants to. He just sits down on his punches now to conserve his energy. He's an older guy, so he sits down on his punches to conserve his energy. So, but he can move around the ring. It's not like Laura can't move around the ring.
Yeah, but what about the championship pedigree? I mean, this is a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Laura got way more.
What championship pedigree?
Laura got way more championship pedigree than
championship pedigree?
He came from a champion. That's pedigree.
What championship pedigree? He got given that whole title, and then on top of that, his next fight lost it, and then the fight after that got put to sleep.
No, he
what
lost.
Championship pedigree?
The man never defended his title. He never every champion that he fought, he lost. He never defended the title. He lost to Sebastian Findor. Sebastian Findor became the unified champion. He lost to Boxram, and then he lost to Sebastian Findor again. He never won a championship fight. So I don't know what championship pedigree he got. He never won one. He was gifted a belt because they stripped Jamel Charlo, so they gave him the belt. When he went to defend it, he lost. I don't know what championship pedigree he got.
He got the championship pedigree of losing. That's what
I mean, you want to sit here and talk about his championship pedigree versus Laura's championship pedigree.
Really be real. Really be real, brother.
It's not even
Really
close.
be real, brother. Really be real, brother. Championship pedigree of losing. The dude can lose. That's what he does. He gonna lose his big fights. He
Yeah,
just won one against Errol because Errol's been out the ring for how God knows, and his heart wasn't in it.
no, you gotta remember, prior to him beating Earl, the biggest name on his resume that he won was against Tony Harrison. That was the biggest name on his resume prior to him beating Earl. That he won. He had other guys on his resume, but I'm talking about the fights that he won. Prior to him beating Earl, the biggest name that he won against was Tony Harrison. That tells you his championship pedigree.
Lunatic, that coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Hold on. We can't do that. We can't do that free because Tony Harrison beat Jamil.
Once again, that tells you his championship pedigree.
Shout out to Vacay Bay, man. Make sure y'all follow Vacay Bay. Appreciate all the support, all the love.
Prior to Tony Harrison getting that controversial win, what did Tony Harrison do before that? Nothing.
Didn't he lose to Willie Nelson Jr. or something like that?
Tony Harrison lost to a lot of people.
Why we talking about who he beat? I mean, who he lost to? Who he beat though?
Like I said, he got a controversial win.
A lot of names.
He got a controversial win, and then they got the rematch, and the man got stopped in the 7th round.
Hold on. Let me see who Tony Harrison really beat. Hold on, my fault. Yeah, because I keep hearing his name.
You're gonna be surprised, Ward. You're gonna sit there and look at these guys that beat him. You're gonna be like, oh, he beat him? Oh,
I got Jamil stopping Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, Jamil stopped Tim Tszyu. I've been said that. I said that from the very beginning.
Brian Ferrella. You want to put a friendly 50 on that one too? B3 picks.
Yeah, nah. Hold on, my fault. Hold on.
Let them make. You always want to do fantasy bullshit, man. Listen, when they make it, run it.
Hold on. If you lose to Willie Nelson, yeah, bro. Yeah, dog. Yeah, now you got beat by Derek Hurd.
Jamel Charlo wasn't a linear champion at the time that Tony Harrison got that controversial win.
Ain't Willie Nelson like a R&B singer?
No, Willie Nelson is the Willie Monroe.
Willie Nelson. That tells you the level of competition that beat him because you thought he was a singer.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, that's bad, dog. You can't, dog. Yeah, don't bring up no Tony Harrison.
Willie Nelson, that's that British rock star. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
I know.
I bet you would think that instead of Willie Monroe that played for the Knicks. But continue, man.
That's funny. He's hilarious.
Of course not. Shout out to Willie Nelson being one of the few individuals to ever beat Tony Harrison. Along with Tim Tszyu. I mean, this is an elite list. This is only like 4 boxers. B3 picks.
Dog, Willie Nelson.
The man
Nelson.
Tony Harrison only fought 2 guys.
Yeah, dog.
He only
he beat the champ though.
I'm just
the only names I see here.
This is an elite list though. I'm just saying, like it's only 4
the only names I see
out of the thousands of boxers out the world.
He wasn't on that level to fight anybody.
He
wasn't on that level.
You gotta understand. Look, hold on. Look, you gotta look though.
That was supposed to be a showcase fight for Jamel hometown fight. That was supposed to be that's the only reason why he got that.
You gotta look at the name. You gotta look at the names when he beat him though. Look at the
he wasn't number 1 ranked free.
No, hold on. But you gotta look at the names when he beat him though. 2018, Ishe Smith. 2018, Ishe was 1 foot out the door. Jarrett Hurd, you lost to when he was coming off a high. Willie Nelson never really was a world-class contender.
Why are y'all taking a huge dump on Tony Harrison?
No, I'm just saying those are the only. That's the only guy that Tim Tszyu beat before he beat Earl. That was the only named opponent that he beat before he beat Earl. Everybody else.
Mendoza stopped Mendoza stopped your pound for pound guy Fundora free. He beat Mendoza too.
No,
Mendoza beat Terrell Goucher too.
No, once again, we're not talking about Fundora. We're talking about Tim Tszyu. Brian Mendoza has never been anybody. Brian Mendoza is like being Tony Harrison.
He stopped the champ of the world right now. He stopped him.
He stopped the champ of the world
at that weight class too.
He stopped the champ. He stopped the champ of the world when the guy wasn't a champ.
Was Buster Douglas a nobody? Was Buster
Yes,
Douglas a nobody?
yes. Buster Douglas was a nobody then, and he's still a nobody.
You're a harsh guy, Free. I mean,
What are you
all
talking?
I'm
No, what is Buster Douglas known for? Outside of Mike Tyson, what is he known for?
Who
I
did he
mean,
lost to right
Jim
after?
put the
Who he
bed
lose?
by
Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield. Yeah,
Evander
Jim put the
Holyfield in
bed.
the second or third round?
It was the third round. It was a vicious right hand. Yeah, it was vicious.
No, there wasn't no vicious
But-
right hand. That joint glanced his chin. He said, "I'm going to sleep." He said, "I'm out."
Nah, the crazy part is he disappeared from the thing.
No, you talking about the man Brian Mendoza that beat Sebastian Fedor on his way up to a championship. Sebastian Fedor was on his way to a championship. He wasn't a champion at the time. He was on his way to a championship.
You don't like the Cinderella stories, Frilio? You don't like
you acting like
y'all
acting like Brian Mendoza is somebody. Brian Mendoza ain't nobody. What
Did he just lose?
What is Brian
Did
Mendoza?
he just lose to Colin Smith?
Yes,
Or
he
Colin
just lost.
Marsh or whatever?
Yeah. What is Brian Mendoza known for?
Stopping Fundora.
Yeah, putting Fundora to bed.
Thank you. Once again,
that's all he need to be known for, and all Tony need to be known for is beating Jamel.
And
that's it, and that's all.
Hold on. First of all, beating Jamel, that was an iffy win. Everybody kind of knew it. You threw jabs the whole time. Mel was hitting you with the hardest shots that I've ever seen in my life.
You don't like boxing? You don't like boxing?
No,
hold up.
No, I like boxing. I like boxing. Hold on, Free. I got him. I like boxing, but when you're boxing at a correct manner, he was getting hit, and his head looked like a bobblehead. Because I was there. I was there in person, and that was looking like a bobblehead.
They acting like when Jamel lost that fight, they wasn't saying, "Hey, I don't know about that. I think Jamel got robbed." They act like they wasn't ones sitting here talking about the Jamel got robbed. They know daggone well they was up here saying Jamel got robbed in that fight because everybody was saying it.
Yeah, no. I walked away from the casino saying, "Yo, he got robbed." Everybody in that night at that fight, everybody was saying he got robbed.
All I just remember.
All right, that's a fact. Nah, I can't dispute that. That's real talk. However,
high school, and that boy Jamel said that he don't even like to play video games because he don't like to lose. That's one of I don't know if that was the coldest or craziest line I ever heard. And then he came back and stopped Tony Harrison, the boy, put him to bed. It's vicious to watch.
Yeah, he definitely got the story to have any top fight at 154. It's up to them to make it happen.
I wanted to see that trilogy, Ja. I wanted to see the trilogy just to be honest.
Yeah, but like I said, the reason that Tony Harrison got that fight with Jamel, it wasn't because he was number one. It was because Jamel had just became a champion, and they was giving him a hometown fight, and that was supposed to be a showcase fight for Jamel Charlo. That's the only reason why Tony Harrison got that fight. It wasn't because he was the top guy in the division. Tony Harrison has never been the top guy.
I don't even think that was the reason, because I think he was supposed to fight. Remember, the guy he fought, he had like green shoes. He fought him like right after he knocked out Tony, though. He had like green shoes on that night. What was his name? Jesus Christ!
I don't remember.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
This is before him like unifying. Like this is before him doing that. He fought because was it Chris Hatley or some shit? Was it something like that? But they was talking crazy. He was talking crazy to them because he was saying that he would be him, and then he was saying he would be more. And then that whole thing happened, and then I don't know what was going on with like the whole promotion, because everybody kept saying that he was gonna fight him. So the kid pulled out because he got an injury. So
he says Charles Hatley.
Charles Hatley. There you go. Charles Hatley was supposed to be that night's fight. He got hurt. He pulled out. They gave him Tony Harrison. And on like a month's notice, he was like, "Cool, I'll beat Tony Harrison." On top of that, that whole night was a bunch of iffy like decisions. Like I remember that night vividly. There was a whole bunch of iffy decisions that whole night. Don't sit there and say that Tony Harrison beat him, because that was a whole bunch of night of BS. That was a whole bunch because that was no way.
That
You
sounded like a
walked
whole
out-
lot of crying. That
And that's
sounded like a whole lot of crying.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a whole lot of crime because Jamel did exactly what he should have did in the first fight. He came back the very next fight and stopped that man in the seventh
On the
round.
head.
Stopped
But he
that
was
man in the-
losing that fight,
That's how
wasn't
you-
he, Free?
that-
He was
that's
losing
how
that
you
second
know.
fight pretty clearly to me.
prematurely. That man was asleep on the ropes.
No, I said he was losing that second fight. Jermell was pretty clearly. to me.
Was
Equally.
and did is two different things. Because Jamel won that fight by stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
My
You're looking like Adrian
only
Broner in
point
the ropes.
is,
Hey, a lot
my
of
only
people
point
say
is I had Tony winning the first fight.
Hey,
A lot of people don't agree with me on that.
hey,
He clearly showed that second fight.
AJ was losing Saturday until he stopped his opponent. So what that got to say? What you got to say about that one?
Well, that's just something else entirely. AJ almost lost to a fixed fighter. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
You said to a who fighter?
To a fixed fighter. That dude knew he was supposed to go past you.
That man was in there to win. That man was he had 20 wins, 1 loss, 20 wins by way of knockout. He was in there to win. That was his big moment.
I think he just made a mistake. I think he just slipped and one of them punches connected.
Man, that man jumped right on him after he dropped him the first time and rocked him again and then put him down once again.
He got caught dry.
Excited for
He got.
It should have been three. It should have been 3 knockdowns, but it was only 2. They only counted 2 because that second one when he rocked him, that man sat on the ropes. He fell all the way back and sat down on the ropes, and then he came back up. That should have been 3 knockdowns.
When I saw AJ go down, I actually had to walk out of the room because I was just. It was too embarrassing to watch. Like I really thought he was about to go to sleep.
Man. Oh, but Marky, you tired. You. I see
Man,
you been
what,
up
Green
on
Banana?
that BS.
Hey, listen, man. B3 Picks TV, we definitely working. Y'all smash the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Definitely
I can
follow
tell you
G3
tired.
Sports Talk. The brother Just As One, Please As One. Democracy Briefings, Marky Dan. My brother Ja.
Yeah,
Follow Ja as well.
extra.
Hey,
You can't follow me right now.
Well, what
okay,
happened?
well, listen, stay tuned.
Nah, he just got. I don't know. He got caught dry. I think he got caught dry. I don't know. It looked like he just got caught. He just looked like he just ran into. Because that first knockdown, that was illegal because he was held behind his head, and he got caught with the uppercut while his hand was holding AJ's head. So that was illegal. But the second one where Free was talking about, he was got clean. Nah, brother. Nah. Because he came right out that second round and started putting hands and feet on boy. So, that was bad.
AJ did what he was supposed to do in the first round. He got behind that jab. And he wouldn't let that man throw a shot. He was like, "Nah, you're not gonna hit me again. No, sir. I'm gonna keep throwing these punches so you won't throw punches back." That dude in the second round only threw 17 shots and landed 3.
And went to bed. He went to bed. Feels vicious.
And they would try to say, "Oh, I think that fight was fixed." There's no way in the world you knock a dude out like that, and it was a fixed fight. That dude was knocked out.
Yeah, I think that that 160 that fought under Tim Zoo's and Errol's undercard is any good. The guy that what's his name?
Who?
The 160 that he only has like 8 fights. I think it is.
The Paulo Costco kid.
No, not a Costco, not a Costco. Peters.
Oh, Colin
Peters.
Peters.
Yeah, Colin Peters. I think he's good.
I think he's decent. I think he's decent.
He's decent. He's not nice, but he's decent and he's entertaining. I like the way he fights. I like, oh, okay, you can fight.
I think he's decent because I picked him to win too. I picked him to win and he won. But yeah, I think he's decent. But he caught that man with a clean shot. I was like, oh, I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah, I seen his Aussie boy. Yeah, he nice.
What's the fighter name from California at 160? I think he got the same trainer as like Andre Ward or somebody.
Oh, Amari.
160 about to start booming because of like fighters like him. too.
I think Amari probably be the best fighter in that division,
Pastrami.
though. Low key.
You taking Amari Jones over Jahad Tucker?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
that.
would.
Amari,
Well,
I
That's
I
the
I
I
fight
was.
right there.
I got Jahai. I got Jahai. Amari
Nah.
Jones, he doesn't fight behind his jab. He he leaves himself open and he doesn't fight well on the inside. So like if
And
the
free,
one thing
just a confirmation. Are you talking about Amari Jones from Oakland or Omari Jones from Florida?
I'm talking about, whichever one is the one that's at 160.
Okay, that's the one with Golden Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
nah,
one.
we're talking about Amari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, nah, Amari.
he doesn't fight well on the inside, and that's the one thing. Like if Jalil feels like he's getting outboxed, he'll take it to an inside fight, and I don't think
Yeah.
he can deal with him.
You mean Jalil Tucker, the one who just fought on that
No, we
on that
got
ring
so
circuit?
now all right. So we got
Jalil Hatchet.
Jahad Tucker from New York and Jaleel
Hatchet.
Hackett from DC. So you
Oh
talking about
yeah,
Jaleel?
okay. I don't know because I feel like Jalil makes his fights harder than what he needs to be.
Not
That's my
Sunday. Not Sunday.
No,
He didn't.
Sunday he came out to fight. I was super impressed. I texted BVO like immediately right after. I was like, dude, what is?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Jalil that we saw Sunday, I don't think Jahad Tucker beats him, and I don't think Amari beats him.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I was thinking about 160. We was talking about Jalil.
I don't think neither one of those guys beat that Jalil. That Jalil was a Jalil that was on a mission. He was like, "No, sir, this is my biggest name opponent that I've had in my career. I'm out here to make a statement."
Yeah,
So that'd be
but
a
what
good
Carrier
fight to fight.
just said is kind of true.
Fight.
He's entertaining, but his longevity gonna be short because of the way he fights, and that's the thing. His inconsistency of the way he fights, because he can do that a whole time, and even in the amateurs, he could do it that whole time. But he just likes to fight. That's gonna be his downfall. His pop know it too. His pop knows that that's gonna be his downfall.
Well,
That's why his pops be like, "Yo, you gotta box, bro, because you
but
can
see,
box with anybody."
I think what's different now is he got Coach Kenny in his corner, helping him with his game plan. So he might fight a little bit different. We might see him box a little bit more than we used to seeing him, because prior to him having Coach Kenny in his corner like that, he was an inside fighter. His father had to make him box. Like that fight, the first fight that he had on Zuffa, his father was like, "What's wrong with boxing?" Because he boxed the hell out of that dude for that 1 or 2 rounds. But now that Coach Kenny's in there helping him out, he boxing a lot more.
Yeah, that's good, which is good though, because he needs to box, bro. Because he's got the ability, bro. Even in the amateurs, he was just that nice. He's just not like, I don't know what it is. Like that's a habit. I don't know if it's a habit or it's a force of nature that where he wants to fight you, but that's just him. That's the way he is.
Yeah, I mean that's the dog in him, because he has that DC mentality that you punch him in the face, he like, okay, I gotta get my lick back. He has that mentality that he gotta go get his lick back, and he's not trying to sit there and stay on the outside. He want to make it a rough and tough fight and beat you up. But
All
he
right. So
gotta
how about let me ask you this, Free? Let's bring in Shane Mosley at that 160 weight class. What's your thoughts about him in that mix?
Shane Mosley get hit way too clean. He get hit way.
Shane Mosley.
Talking about Shane Mosley Jr., he gets hit way too clean. He got lucky on the fight that he had on Zuffa, but if you go watch Shane Mosley fight, that man get hit way too clean. I don't think he beats any of those guys on the top level, any of them. I like Shane Mosley.
If he don't get the that's another one, but that's another 160 on Zuffa, so that may be a fight for Jaleel. That's a good fight for Jaleel.
If Shane Mosley Jr. can work on his defense and get better defense, he will be a hell of a fighter, because he got good boxing ability. He just got terrible defense. His defense is horrible.
Yeah, Carrier. Yeah, Mosley Jr. definitely got a chin. That's without a doubt, but he get hit a lot. I mean, Jaleel got a chin.
Yeah, Jaleel got a chin, because Jaleel took some clean shot from Deresico.
And Jaleel worked to the body, so that's the thing. Jaleel gonna break his opponents down.
He said Mosley versus Jaleel and Boychuk versus Derevyanchenko. I would favorite Jaleel and I would favorite Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko beats Boychuk because Derevyanchenko is he's a rough, tough
Wow.
type of dude, and he's never been stopped by any opponent he's been in the ring with, and he's been in the ring with a lot of top level guys, and he hasn't been stopped by none of them. But I don't think Boychuk is all that good. Boychuk got stopped by Brandon Adams. He
Yeah.
got beat up. He got beat up in the first fight, and then he got stopped in the second fight. I think Derevyanchenko stops Boychuk. Shane Mosley, he takes too many shots for me to say he beats Jaleel. I think Jaleel, their boxing ability is about even, but when it comes to the defense, I will favor Jaleel defense because he does move his head and he does know how to get out of the way of shots. But I just think Shane Mosley gets hit too much. I don't think he wins that fight.
Free, I'm not gonna lie to you, big dog. You know, I mess with you in all your picks all the time, but yeah, I don't see anybody really beating Amari. Like up until somebody show me something where I haven't seen and he hasn't seen. Yeah, I don't see anybody beating that kid because he's so calm and collected. That's what it is. When you're calm and collected like that, bro, like he won't even have to talk. He coming to fight
But
anybody.
see,
So
that's
that's
that's that's the thing. He ain't been in there with nobody to make him have to go to that next gear. So like that's why I said I would favor Jaleel because Jaleel was going to force him to fight on the inside. If Jaleel feel like you outboxing him, he's going to force him to fight on the inside, and his inside game is not that good. Jaleel has a much better inside game than he does.
I'm
He
out.
he,
But, hey,
he
if it fight happen, it fight happening. But
Yeah, I mean, I like the fight. I hope they can make that fight happen. I just don't. I don't think he beat Jaleel. Not right now. Maybe later on down in his career, Jaleel's been in there with a lot of better opponents than he has. So
nah,
Jaleel,
see. What
he,
Kerry, what you're saying is nothing. Kerry, because when he came out and beat who we beat just last fight, you was talking about he nice too. Don't sit there and say that because I remember you sitting there coming to piggybacking off of me. He was just saying this, sitting there saying that, right? Three. Remember when I was talking about Amari his last fight? We was talking about Amari his last fight, and he was talking about, oh yeah, he nice, so he be piggybacking off of me.
no,
So
Amari is a good fighter. I just think it's too early in his career
nah,
for a
see,
guy like Jaleel.
but you got to remember too, when
Man,
Amari,
Bentley, I got Ryan. And I'm with you. I'm with you on that. It's gonna be interesting. Amari Jones is number one in the IBF right now, 160. So he's next in line for a title
that kid is
shot.
a
Jahad
problem,
Tucker is
bro.
number four.
But see,
I
the
don't
thing
see.
is,
I'm not sure. Is Jaleel gonna even be ranked with in the
uh,
sanctioning bodies?
Nah,
no,
Because
no.
right now I don't see him over here at all.
No, and see I was about to say that that's another thing because Omari he's with Golden Boy. They not letting him come over to Zuffa. He's too young in the game. They're not gonna
Mm-mm.
let him come over to Zuffa. Now, Ryan, it ain't really much you can say about Ryan.
How are
Ryan
they
is
setting up? Well, let me ask you this: free. How are they gonna set up the card then? For are they doing with the Connor versus Ryan card?
it's
that's an all Zuffa card.
no, it's a dual promotion.
It is a dual promotion, but Zuffa is the main promoter for the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not gonna see a lot of Golden Boy fighters on there. You're gonna see mostly Zuffa fighters.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's mostly
Yeah,
a Zuffa card.
yeah.
I think most of the guys are gonna be wearing the thing, their uniform things, or the things that had the merchandise with Zuffa. But Ryan's not. I think Ryan said he's not wearing that.
Yeah, Ryan is not going to wear it because it's a ring card for Ryan. I mean, it's going to be on a ring card because that's the only way Zuffa can do it. It had to be on a ring card, and it's going to be on the Zone. It's not going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on the Zone. The Zone is showing it overseas, and Paramount is showing it in the U.S.
Yeah, so if it's on Paramount, it's definitely a Zuffa card. So shout out to Dana. Shout out,
It's on
shout out to
both.
them.
It's on both.
Um, in the US though, it's on Paramount. So
Yeah,
I don't really nobody really cares about what they got going on across the water. We
Dana
ain't
do.
over there.
Dana do. because that he just signed that daggone deal with Sky Sports, and Sky Sports was supposed to do all of their overseas viewing. They can't even do it now because the Zone got it. So it won't be showing on Sky Sports. You're gonna have to have the Zone. I mean, a lot of those people already got the Zone anyway, because the Zone and Sky Sports are the two biggest networks over there. But that's the reason why Dana White didn't want to deal with the Zone, because they had that deal with Sky Sports. They just got that deal with Sky Sports, and this was supposed to be their outcoming party with Ryan Garcia and Connor Benn. Connor Benn is from the UK. Ryan Garcia is from the US. They was going to show that on Sky Sports.
So what did you guys think about that card last night? 'Cause I didn't watch it completely. I stopped watching it after Hackett fought. Like, I was only interested in Hackett.
It was okay. Most of it was kind of iffy. It was like, okay, I can go without this fight. It was like one or two fights on there, and I was like, okay, that was a decent fight. Yeah, I mean, outside of the last three fights, the rest of them was like, all right, whatever. But the Jalil fight, even the Africa fight, I thought Salas was going to do a lot more than that. Salas didn't show me what I'm used to seeing from Salas. He was just throwing big shots from a distance. I'm like, why are you throwing a shot from way back there? You ain't nowhere near him. He was just jumping in, throwing big shots like he was going to land something. But the two best fights on that card was Jalil and the Edgar Berlanga. Those were the two best fights on that card.
Man, Edgar, did he get clipped in the second round free?
Yep, he got put down on the second round.
That man, that man sucked. I swear to God.
Man, if
it was more time in that second round, I don't know if Berlanga would have made it out of that round, because he was still a little wobbly going back to his corner. He had that little dazed look on his face.
What's your thought about the Hitchens performance, Free?
Trash. I mean, I ain't gonna say it was trash, but it wasn't. I wasn't impressed. I mean, he was, like I said, Silas is more so the one that let me down in the fight. I expected what I saw from Africa. I expected to see a guy jabbing, not really trying to engage on the inside like that. He did throw some shots from time to time on the inside, but for the most part, he was tying them up and resetting. I was expecting that from Africa. I wasn't expecting that from Silas. I was expecting a lot more from Silas. But other than that, I wasn't impressed from what I saw with Africa. He's talking about Tank and Devin and Ryan Garcia. He's not beating none of those guys. He's not beating none of them.
You know what makes me mad though is because he did that interview with Homeboys, and he was low key trashing on Jermaine. And it's like, bro, why are you trashing on Jermaine? Because Jermaine beat you in Philly twice. That's why you really that mad? That's why you mad? Because you still mad about the amateurs?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't expect much from Africa, so I'm not gonna say that I was let down by the performance. I didn't expect much from Africa. Like I said, I was more so let down by Silas because I expected him to do a lot more. From what I'm used to seeing from him fighting in the past, I expected a lot more from Silas, and I didn't see none of that. From the fights, if you go watch Silas' previous fights, what you saw last night, you'd be like, that's not the same dude. That's not the same dude at all.
I'm gonna go back and watch that fight because I was definitely falling asleep on all these fights. I'm watching the Berlanga versus Butler right now. I seen he got clipped and saluted TD.
I was gonna say
I see pugilism.
It was right at the end of the round. It was like maybe 15 seconds left on the clock when he got clipped. If it was more time on that clock, I don't know if Berlanga would have made it out that round, because he looked a little dazed going to his corner. Because he got hit right on the chin. And he said it. He said he caught me with a good shot. He said, but there's boxing. I mean, it happens. He tried to say it was a flash knockdown, but it didn't look like a flash knockdown when he went down. That man went down, and he didn't even get hit with the power hand. He got hit with the weak hand, the jab hand. Dude caught him with a shot from the jab. It was like a right hook, and he was coming with the power, but Belinga was already going down.
Yeah, I'm watching this fight. So, how did the fight end? How did the stoppage come? Was it a ref stoppage?
The referee dove in and tackled Butler.
Mm.
Literally tackled him. He literally tackled him because Butler got hit with like 3 shots, but Butler didn't go down. The referee just jumped in and took Butler down to the ground. But the part that I was mad about or I disliked was while Butler was on the ground when the referee tackled him, Belinga gonna run in and act like he was about to hit him again. I'm like, see, that's the reason why I don't like you. That's the exact reason why I don't like you. Because you do stupid stuff. The fight is over. What are you going in the swing on him for? It's stuff like that makes me say, okay, I can't rock with this dude.
So
I wish he would have hit him because then I would have won on my daggone parlay. I wish he would have hit him. I wish he would have hit him and got disqualified. I would have won on my parlay.
yeah. I mean, from
like,
the looks of
that's just like the fight that he bit the dude on the daggone neck. He was winning that fight too. He bit the dude. I'm like, why are you biting and you winning? What are you biting for? Like he's a person that that's mentally not a boxer. He's not a boxer mentally. You can easily get in his head and get him off his game plan. And that's why I don't have him beating nobody at the top level outside of him landing a big shot. If he doesn't land that big shot, I don't have him beating nobody at the top level because they can mentally beat him up before he even gets started.
Yeah, I can see in Sludeve.
Oh, yeah. He definitely better not fight no Demetrius Andrade. From what we saw with Demetrius Andrade on Friday,
Boo Boo Andrade. Come on, Coach Eddie. Pull up, Coach Eddie.
Belinga better not get in there with no Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade got in that joint and made easy work with his opponent. And I thought that from the beginning. I said, dog, Belinga's going to run through this dude. I mean, Boo Boo is going to run through this dude. But I didn't think it was going to be the first round. I thought he was going to beat him up for a couple of rounds and then get him out of there. But
yeah,
he
I was looking
easy work with him.
Man, did he? Shout out to, but I knew that was gonna happen. I had Demetrius Andrade. I knew he was gonna stop him early. Champ Ross hit me up. Shout out to Champ. He said I was the closest to picking that one right. I was like, yeah, I already knew. I picked it for 2 rounds.
Oh, has been. No, I'm just saying. I like what he do. That's what you do to get back off of a knockout loss. You come back and you stop your opponent. You stop your opponent early and say, okay, I lost to David Benavidez, but I ain't done. That's what you do when you want to show everybody you still got it. You come back and make easy work with your opponent. What's going on, Coach Eddie?
Hey, what's good, brother? Salute, man.
What's going on, Coach?
Nah, I agree with everything you saying, and I'm gonna dedicate this to aircraft carrier. Canelo slandered this man Demetrius Andrade name so bad that taking a loss to David Benavidez somehow makes you a ball. When we see David Benavidez, he beat Anthony Yard to a bloody pulp. He beat him worse than he beat Demetrius Andrade. He beat Zerto worse than he beat Demetrius Andrade. So how does taking a loss to David Benavidez mean you're a bum? That is your proving ground to fight Godzilla. A guy that Tan Crawford wanted no parts of. A guy that Canelo Alvarez wanted no parts of. And David Benavidez would have did the same thing to them two guys. The greatest Tan Crawford is, he would have got beat to a bloody pulp and stopped. Canelo would have got beat to a bloody pulp and stopped if they fought David. It is what it is. Belinga don't want no parts of the Andrade. Belinga can't take a shot. He's chinny, first of all. Every person that Demetrius Andrade's fought has gotten knocked down. At least, I think like 95% of them. He didn't stop them all, but he dropped them. And he got about 60% knockout rating. Belinga's too green. He hold the chin up in the air too much. And I think when you touch him, he falls down. He's kind of chinny. If you want to keep it 100, man, he gets hurt pretty easy. Not as bad as AJ, but he does get hurt. So I want to see that fight. I want to see that fight.
Berlanga came back after the getting hurt. Hold on, okay, appreciate you, coach. Yeah,
Yeah.
Berlanga came back real nice after getting hurt in the second round. He looking good in his third round. He landed some big shots. Stephen Butler definitely tackled him. He holding on for dear life right now.
No, I would love to see Berlanga in there with David Benavidez, but I already know what the outcome is going to be. Berlanga is going to get beat up badly. He's going to get beat up badly. Swinging those big shots at David Benavidez and missing. Oh, you're going to pay with about 7, 8, 9 shots to the face. Yeah, he gets beat up badly against David Benavidez. He better stay far away from David Benavidez if he want to continue with his career, because he's going to get beat up badly, and Fat Joe will not come to another fight that he has. He get in there with David Benavidez. Like,
I can see Berlanga.
I don't know that dude.
I think they're gonna do Berlanga. They're gonna try to do like Berlanga Munguia or something.
They're gonna ask Fat Joe. They're like, Fat Joe, that's your guy. Yeah, man, David Benavidez has always been my guy. No, we talking about Berlanga. Man, I don't know that dude. I don't know who y'all talking about. I was here for David Benavidez. What y'all talking about? He gonna disown him immediately.
He said, "Hey, stop playing with this kid. He do this. He fight like this against Munguia, though. He gonna get beat up."
Yeah, I don't know. I think Berlanga can beat Munguia. I'm not. That's a 50-50 fight because I'm not high on Munguia neither. That's a fight that I would say, okay, I'm just gonna watch this. I'm just gonna watch it.
Said they're gonna do Berlanga versus Hot Rod. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that if I was them. I wouldn't do that. Hot Rod.
They're gonna try to. Maybe they'll do Caleb Plant.
Maybe they'll do David Morrell. Maybe he'll have a shot with David Morrell. I mean, even that fight, he might get beat. He might get beat by David Morrell. Maybe after this knockout, David Morrell said, okay, I gotta stop playing around. I gotta just get these guys out of here when I got them hurt. Can't play around.
Yeah, that was a sad and disappointing ending to that fight from David Morrell versus Zach Shelley.
Yeah, McGee do look better with a new trainer, but that's what happens when you get knocked out by a guy that only had 4 knockouts in his career.
What's your thoughts on Hamza Shiraz this past weekend, Free?
Shiraz took a step back in my opinion. He didn't look good at all. I thought Hamza Shiraz would look a lot better in this fight, and I thought it was more of a showcase fight for him. He didn't look good at all in this fight. I'm like, I don't know if you ready for these dudes at 68.
He was too tentative. No, I think Andrade gets him too. I think he clips him too.
I rock with Shiraz.
He's too tentative.
I thought Shiraz was a good fighter. I was the one telling everybody that Shiraz was going to beat the hell out of David.
I know the Shiraz. When he fought Berlanga, maybe he was a little bit more spirited in that fight. Maybe he had a little more ambition. Maybe he didn't like Berlanga, so he wanted to get him out of there. But this guy right here, he was just like a sparring match. Like, he didn't show any intensity. He didn't show any willingness to get out of there. He was basic, hand, high guard, straight punches, 1s and 2s, and occasional hook. And he got hit on the chin a bunch of times too. I'm telling Andrade, because he could punch. He has good 1-punch power. I'm telling you, he does. He really does. And that loop overhand left, he'll catch Shiraz with that joint, man.
Yeah, I thought Shiraz was eventually going to get Boacek older brother out of there, but for some reason he couldn't get him out of there. That's why I was like, I'm not used to seeing Shiraz look like this.
You know what? I'm sorry, go ahead, bro. My bad, bro.
No, I was gonna say the last time I seen Shiraz look like this, he was in there with Carlos Adonis, and Carlos Adonis is a top level opponent. This guy wasn't a top level opponent. I'm not used to seeing him look like this.
Right. And that's the thing too. A lot of times we get these guys that don't have the fanfare or the name fair, so you really don't know how good these guys are, to be honest. And a lot of times you'll get a guy that's looking to make a name for himself, so he's gonna come with his A game against you, because if he makes a good showing, people are gonna talk about him.
Yeah,
but I think we in America we so accustomed to name recognition that we just write guys off.
I agree with.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I agree with that. But if the guy was doing something to make Siraj look like that, but the guy wasn't really doing anything, and I'm like, Siraj, all you got to do is use your jab. You got the longer reach. Just use your jab and then catch him off the jab. He wasn't even doing that. The dude out jabbed Siraj.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I agree.
How the hell that happened?
But that just goes to show that there's levels, man, to this stuff, man. And you can have all the skills and everything, but if you don't have the temperament to go with it, what good is it?
Right.
That's why. And I'm gonna go back to the boots fight. He's levels above Hitchison. Levels. They're not even the same stratosphere.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he's levels above. In my opinion, he's levels above Devin Haney. He's levels above Shakur. Because he can do everything they can do and then some. It's like even with he's levels above Shiraz, he levels above a lot of these guys, man. Because anytime you got to put a guy under a microscope to find something wrong with him, you mean you're doing something right, man. Because sometimes you didn't got to put none of these guys under a microscope. Even a blind man can see what a lot of these guys are doing, but we got to put him under a microscope to dissect him. Which means the boys is leveled above a lot of these guys. And the way he operates, it's like you have something to compare to. It's like that Jerron Ennis fight, and then the next week we got Shoo. He's levels above Shoo. I like Shoo. He's levels above.
Yeah. Like what I will say is I give Siraj a pass for this fight, and the only reason I said I give him a pass is because he just fought in May, so maybe his body was worn down. And he wasn't all the way ready for this fight because he was just worn out from fighting just 2 months prior. So maybe that was the case. I don't know, because like I said, I'm just not used to seeing him look like this. I'm used to seeing him fight behind his jab. Like when he fought Edgar Berlanga, he fought behind the jab. That's how he caught Edgar Berlanga with that shot. He fought behind the jab. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting here stuck. I was sitting there thinking Siraj was going to put on a boxing clinic, and I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at Siraj like, no, I expected a lot more from you, and that joint was horrible to watch. I was like, man, get this over with. I'm ready to get to the main event.
Yeah, he looked like he was flat. He looked like he was like he didn't have no. I ain't making no excuse, but just looking at him, he looked like he didn't have no energy. He looked like he was flat. He didn't have the same sting on his punches. The punches weren't coming out as fast. Like when he fought Berlanga, I mean, those punches was coming out fast. Everything, lightning fast. Everything was throwing hard. He was kind of like just picking and prodding. You know what I mean? With this guy right here, like I think like he was ready to get the fight over with. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of like he didn't really go after the guy. You know, I mean, at some point in time, it's like, and that goes back to the temperament. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he didn't want to risk it. Maybe the guy hit him with something. You know, a lot of times we can't tell because we sitting at home on the couch watching, but he may have hit Sharab with something, and Sharab like, wait a minute, this guy got a little punch. I got to be careful. So that's a lot of things, a lot of people, and if you ever been in the ring before, you know these things. I'm not dismissing, anybody else, but I'm saying sometimes a guy can hit you with something that can discourage you. You be like, wait a minute, I can't afford to get hit like that, even though he may not have showed any signs of being hurt, or he may have put on a poker face, but he could have got stunned in that fight. Because a lot of times, if a guy ain't got nothing for you, you're going to go after him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tim Tszyu fought Errol Spence, at some point in time, he started walking through Errol Spence's shots, but they had no effect on him.
Right.
He was like, man, he like, Errol can't hurt me. He just coming forward. He kept coming forward because Errol couldn't hurt him. He was pushing his punches. They didn't have any snap on him. The second half of the fight, he had no snap on his punches. So Tim just walking forward because he couldn't hurt him, man.
Yeah. That's what I saw too. And like I said, when that first round started with the Errol Spence, I was like, I'm seeing the same guy that I saw fought Bud Crawford. He was the very first punch he threw was a lunging left hook. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long night. This ain't the Earl that I wanted to see come to the ring. And that's why I said I wish I could have saw some sparring footage of Earl to see how he looked in sparring, because all we saw was him hitting the bag, him hitting the mitts and shadow boxing. I was like, okay, I lean towards Earl, but I don't know if Earl still have his reflexes. I don't know if he still got his mobility in his legs. I said, if he doesn't have that, Tim Tszyu going to win this fight. But I was leaning towards Earl because I thought Earl was the better talent of a fighter. If Earl was at least back to where he was when he fought Yordenis Ugas, I said Earl would beat Tim Tszyu. But he wasn't that. He was the Errol Spence that we saw fight Bud Crawford. And
now, yeah,
he
Errol
was done.
Spence, he got a weird body, man. It's like Tim Tszyu was much bigger than him, much bigger. It looked like they was in two different weight classes.
Yeah.
Even though Errol Spence put on the 160, like he had a small frame. And Tim Tszyu got, them wide shoulders, kind of built like a linebacker. You know what I mean? So he was in my opinion, he was a much bigger guy in that fight. You can look at him and tell, like, this dude way bigger than Errol Spence. When you look at them fighting each other, whatever. But I mean, at least Spence didn't get knocked out. I'm glad. I don't know if Tim Tszyu kind of spared him a little bit, because Tim really didn't go after him like that. He just kind of like, okay. I don't think he really wanted to do too much damage to Errol. I could be wrong, but it didn't seem like he really went after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the 3 years was the factor, because I saw Bentley said that. I don't think the 3 years was the factor. I just think Earl, he's done, and he said it. He said, "Yeah, I'm done. I don't have it anymore." I don't think it had anything to do with the 3 years or anything like that. When a fighter is done, a fighter is done. It don't matter if it was 3 years or 3 months. When they done, they done.
Facts. Hey, fall time undefeated, man, and that's why you hear these people, trying to keep trying to goat Terrence Crawford back. If they goat Terrence Crawford back, Terrence gonna get whooped, man. He better stay retired, because, like I said, he's old, man. He done what he need to do. All they want to do is see you come back. You can take a loss. He getting there with boots. He gonna lose because he old. And those, I bet anybody. I love Terrence Crawford, but I call spade a spade. Father time undefeated. You getting there with that young boy. That boy gonna hurt you, man.
And see, that's the thing I said too. Like, when a fighter made up in their mind that they're done with the sport, if you force them back, it's not going to be the entertaining sport that you thought you was going to see, because you got one fighter who's still trying to prove himself to everybody. You got another fighter who's already did everything and he don't has nothing else to prove, and he just came back for one fight. So his mind is not in it. He doesn't have the same dedication as the other guy. The dedication is not there anymore.
Nope. Now, we've seen it happen too. I've seen it happen too many times. Guys come back, got to get offered a huge amount of money, and they wind up flat on their back, man, looking at the lights, man. So it ain't no way. It ain't no way. Like I say, the man pushing 40 years old. Put it like this: Boots is supposed to beat him. He should be the favorite. There's no way in the world an elite 29-year-old should lose to a legendary 40-year-old. There's no way. That typically does not happen.
That's like LeBron going out here and beating daggone like LeBron going out here and playing against Giannis in a game. I don't expect LeBron to win this game, because LeBron is 41 years old. Giannis is like 28, 27. I don't expect LeBron to win that game. You got two different.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement on that.
Yeah. You get old, man. You get old, brother, and it is what it is. I mean, Terrence Crawford, this is what he said. He said he sparred with Les Martinez, and Les Martinez kicked his butt. He just said, I got to get back in shape. So he jumped in there, because he ain't really followed the train really hard since that Canelo fight. He jumped in there with Lester, did 2 rounds with him, and Lester put it on him, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, stay retired, man. Don't let these people try to goat you into, a fight and, try to use the ego against you. Every time you turn around and doing an interview, they always, what about Boots? What about Boots? What about Boots? Man, come on, man, retire, bro.
If Lester put it on him, Boots is going to beat the crap out of him, because I don't think Lester doing anything with Boots. After what I saw from Lester in that daggone last fight, I don't think Lester doing anything with Boots. And you say Lester
Nah.
put it on him. Nah, he better not come back for no boots fight to please the fans, because all your Bud Crawford fans that you had, they're gonna be disappointed. I
What's your
mean,
thoughts on the Josh Kelly versus Boots?
I hope they make
Josh-
that fight, but Josh Kelly gonna get beat to a bloody pulp once again, because he almost lost that fight. He gonna get beat to a bloody pulp. And I said it didn't matter which one of these guys won. Neither one of these guys are beating Boots. Neither one of them. And that's what Eddie, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but after the fight, when they said that Josh won the fight, Eddie Hearn was talking to Josh Kelly, and Eddie Hearn had this smile on his face like he just told Josh Kelly, "You know who you fighting next, right? You know who you fighting next."
Mm.
Yo, that dude nose was hanging off the side of his head. What happened? Was it a headbutt or something?
Yeah, it was a clash of heads. It was a clash of heads.
Man, that cut was nasty, man.
Yeah, but it was some of his opponent, but some of it was Josh Kelly too, because they was throwing shots at the same time, so their heads would clash because they was throwing the same exact punch and their head was clashing. But a couple of times it was Josh Kelly. He was leaning in with his head while the dude was throwing a punch, and so their head would clash. Josh Kelly was cut on both sides of his eye and across his nose and above his eye on one side. He was cut everywhere. He was out that joint looking like Tim Zoo.
Yeah, he gonna be messed up, man. He can't do nothing with Boots, man. You know, I think Eddie Hearn need to go ahead and pay the man. Make sure you give him a good payday. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserve it, but he gonna get beat down, man.
Yeah. He definitely gonna get beat. If he would have got in there with Xander Zayas, he was gonna get beat. He wouldn't have been a champion anymore. He would have got beat by Xander Zayas.
Oh yeah, Xander
Coach,
beats a lot of guys.
Let me ask you about what you thought about Richardson Hitchens and Jaleel Hackett last night.
Jaleel, I like Jaleel, but Jaleel that got too much dog in it, man. I mean, I know that sound crazy. They say that man got too much dog, but I knew that fight was gonna be tough because Sergey don't lay down for nobody, man. Sergey's a tough fight for everybody that he fight. Dude got a good chin, he take a good shot, he's tough and he's durable. He gave Triple G all he wanted. He gave Danny Jacobs all he wanted. He gave Jaime McGill all he wanted. I thought he beat Jaime McGill. I thought he could have edged Triple G. He gave anybody he fights, he gives them all they want and then some. And at 40 years old, he gave Jaleel a good stern test and gave him all that he wanted. You know, so it's like, I like Jaleel. He's got to tighten his defense up just a little bit, man. Hitchison, he ain't it, bro. I mean, he's not a bad fighter, but that dude he was in there with, and that goes back to what I was talking about, the temperament. A dude like that, you're supposed to get him out of there. Man, Hitchison was so much bigger than that guy. What you running from this dude for? Step on the gas and get this dude out of there. Make a statement, man, because that performance right there don't do anything for nobody. You know, you put him in there with Devin Haney, it's just going to be like a sparring match. It's going to be like maybe a lackluster fight. Who can you put him in there with? You know, he don't have that killer instinct, man.
Put him in there with Conor Ben.
Man, Conor Ben beat. I think he beats Hitchison, man. I think he beats him.
I think Conor Ben beat him too, but I mean that's about the only fight they got over there on Zoo for Form.
Coach, hold on, Coach. Aircraft carrier say he has Hitchens over Devin. Talk about that,
man. It's a close fight, man, because both guys they fight in a similar fashion. It's like Devin's not the type of guy who's going to go after you. Hitchison is not the type of guy who's going to go after you. Both guys, in my opinion, are pure boxers. Devin will, if he gets you hurt, he kind of try to go after you, but after that, he'll go back into cruise control and just stick to the game plan. Just win. It don't really matter. He's not trying to, take a whole lot of chances. You know what I mean? If he gets an opportunity, he'll try to finish it, but he's not gonna go out of his way to try to finish it. Same thing with Hitchison. Both guys got good feet. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Is Hitchens a better fighter than Devin Haney? Free? I mean, Carrier, he's shooting a lot of shots.
Carrier. I don't know what it is about his obsession with Hitchison. Hitchens. Maybe he just like dark skinned people, but Hitchens is not a better fighter than Devin Haney. The reason why I picked Devin Haney over Hitchens. Even what Coach said, they're similar fighters. The difference and the separation between Devin Haney and Hitchens is the IQ. Devin has a much better ring IQ than Hitchens. Devin, he's been in there with much better opponents. He's been in bigger fights, and he knows what he needs to do to be able to win a fight. He faced adversity already. Hitchens has never faced adversity. We don't know what Hitchens do when his back against the wall, when he's down on the scorecards, when he's been knocked down multiple times. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know if he's going to get up and fight. He might get up and run around the ring the rest of the fight and said, I'm not going to get knocked out, because that's what he hang his head on. I've never been dropped before. Never in my life have I ever been dropped. Well, when you get dropped, what's going to happen then? Because you hang your head on, you never been dropped. So you get dropped, what's going to happen then? Are you going to get up and fight, or are you going to run? So I lean towards Devin because of the adversity Devin has faced and the ring IQ that Devin has over Hitchens. They're similar fighters where they fight behind the jab, and they more of a back foot fighter than they are a come forward fighter. So they're similar in that fashion, but Devin does have more dog than Hitchens, in my opinion. He has more dog than Hitchens. He will fight you in the pocket. He will come after you if he gets you hurt. We seen him go after we seen him go after Regis Prograis when he got Regis Prograis hurt. Once
and
he realized,
Norman Jr.
But once he realized that they wasn't going anywhere, he said, okay, let me get back to boxing. So he'll go after him. But once he realized they ain't going nowhere, he's all right, let me go back to boxing. So I don't think Hitchens has anything for Devin Haney to be worried about. I don't think Devin Haney is going to shy away from the action when it comes to Hitchens. I got Hitchens more so shying away from the action, trying to be a Shakur Stevenson and try to counter all of the shots that Devin throws. So I lean towards Devin Haney.
Yeah, I think Devin Haney is a harder puncher than Hitchison. I think he's punching harder. I think Devin sit down on the punches more, than Hitchison. Like I said, Hitchison, he didn't impress me. That guy, he was in there, he supposed to get that guy out of there. I mean, that dude was way smaller than him. That's what I'm saying. Conor Benn fight Hitchison, he's not beating Conor Benn. Conor Benn bringing too much pressure, and Hitchison don't like pressure. I mean, I don't understand how you let this little small guy put you in the corner so many times. Dude put him in the corner. He was just laying in the corner. I mean, bro, you can't do that, man. If he was trying to impress somebody, he failed. He didn't impress anybody.
No,
I know he want to call out everybody. That don't mean that, but you didn't do nothing, man.
Yeah, he definitely ain't impressed me. That's why I said I knew what I was going to get out of Hitchens. I just thought Silas was going to do a lot more. I knew what I was going to get out of Hitchens. It was no surprise what Hitchens was going to do going into that fight.
No, I'm not taking any picks on Key versus Devin. I'm not betting on that fight.
I got Haney over Keyshawn. I just think Haney's a little more proven than Keyshawn. There's still some questions with Keyshawn, in my opinion. I still got some questions with Keyshawn. I still see holes in Keyshawn's game. And Keyshawn is another one. I don't know what he do when his back is against the wall, when he's down on the scorecard, when he's getting off the canvas for the first time. I don't know what he do. I believe he'll get up and fight, but I don't know if he'll get up and fight. I know with Haney, he's going to get up and fight. He's going to get up every single time and fight. As long as he's not asleep, he's going to get up and fight.
Yeah, and even when people say proven, it's like I put it in the context of today's time because in my opinion, Devin Haney's best wins are Lomachenko and Brian Norman. I think those are the best two guys on his resume. I mean, I don't give Jose Ramirez a lot of credence, even though he was a former champion on paper, but he didn't have anything for Devin Haney when they fought. The man was 35, 36 years old on his way out. Linares was on his way out.
Hold on, he was coming off stopping Comey though.
Who?
Linares.
Who is Comey though? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys we talking about right now.
Lomachenko couldn't stop Comey, and he had Comey hurt bad.
How long ago was that?
And Jose Ramirez stopped him.
That was before COVID.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
I'm pretty sure it was pretty doggone close, bro. I think it was 2020.
He fought Coleman after Jermaine Ortiz and Devin.
No, I'm talking about Devin Haney when he fought Lomachenko. That was like 5 years ago, right?
No, that was like 23. That was
Yeah,
23.
For real?
23,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
I thought
23.
it was way longer than that. Dang, what? I thought it was like
Nah.
5
That
or
was
6
right.
years ago, man.
Devin
That was
only 27. Devin
yeah,
fought Loma when he was what, 24?
25.
24
Yeah.
because he fought George when he was 23. That
No,
would only been 2 years ago.
he
It's
fought
3
George.
years. He's
He,
he's 27.
he fought
3
George when he was
years ago,
24. He fought George when he was 24
he
because that's
became undisputed when he was 23.
24. They said that's why they said it. He's the youngest undisputed champion. He was at the age of 24. That's why they kept
23.
hanging it. He fought him at 24. But either way, I mean, he fought Loma in 23 because that was the fight that he had right before he fought Regis Prograis. He fought Regis Prograis in 2024, and then he fought Jose Ramirez in 2025, and then he fought he fought Ryan Garcia in 24. He fought Jose Ramirez in 25, and then he came up to welterweight and fought Brian Norman in 2025.
Okay. He fought George Kambosos in 2022. that was 4 years ago. Devin is 27 years old. He was 23 both times. His birthday is November 18th. He beat George in June 5th of 2022 to become undisputed. He was 23 years old. He
Well,
fought George again October 16th, 2022. And then the following May 20th, he fought Lomachenko in
So
2023.
when did he fight Ryan Garcia with 2025 or
That was in
24?
2024. It was
2024.
April 20th of 2024.
Yeah,
So
Two
he
years
had
ago.
just fought Lomachenko in 2023.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn,
Yeah.
man. See, like, oh, you know why? You know why I'm saying that? Because Devin Haney fights once a year. That's why it seems like.
Come
That's
on,
why
man.
I'm
Just
not
hold on. He
being
was
funny.
fighting. That's what I'm saying. He
I'm
just
being.
fought two. Hold on. Now we're not gonna do that. Because he fought George twice. He fought 2 times that year. He fought Jorge Linares and Jojo Diaz in 2021. He fought George twice in 2022. He fought Loma and Regis in 2023. And then he
So,
only fought once in 2024 because of the Ryan cheating scandal and all that other stuff.
so,
But
Well,
after that, he came
on
back and
average,
fought Jose. After
and
that, he fought Jose Ramirez and Brian Norman both in 2025. 2 fights
so
a
on
year. That's a
average, he's
pay-per-view
fighting
fighter
anywhere
for you.
from 8 months. Every 8 months, we getting a fight out of Devin Haney on average.
yeah,
Every
7 to
well,
8
I just
months.
gave you two
up
fights a
until
year, coach. That's 6 on average.
up until now, because if depending on when they make this fight, they
Gonna be a
just
year.
they just
It's gonna
moved
be
the
a year
purse
by the
bid.
time you get in the ring.
They just moved the purse
Yeah.
bid back to Thursday, so they're gonna have the purse bid on Thursday, and we'll see when they make this fight. This fight probably be somewhere around October.
December. Yeah, October. Yeah, that's right. Because it's July right now. You know what they're gonna do
Yeah.
about a 12-week training camp, maybe something like that. 8 weeks. So that 2
Yeah,
months of
'cause
training.
the last time he fought was November of 2025, so it'd be almost a year since he fought.
Hey, out of sight, out of mind, man. You know, you get it. 2 times a year. I think that's good. That's the making of a superstar. That's the making of a household name. At least twice a year. If you do it 3 times a year, that's fantastic. But at least 2 times a year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, but it's like that's why I say with when I say guys that's proven, I'm looking at the level of opponents that they fought and have they faced any adversity. And Devin has faced adversity and he fought better competition. Keyshawn Davis' best opponent was Jermaine Ortiz. That's his best opponent.
You know what? I want to submit something to you guys. I'm gonna say Lomachenko is overrated.
I wouldn't say he's overrated.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why. Because he lost every one of the step-up fights. He lost.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No, I wouldn't say that because he beat Gary Russell. He beat Gary Russell. He beat Linares. He beat what was it? Gary Russell, Linares, and he beat Rigondeaux. I mean, even though Rigondeaux moved up, but
Yeah, because Rigondeaux was old, small little man. So I can't give him credit for that.
He wasn't old.
Was great.
He wasn't old back then.
He wasn't old.
Man, that's a Cuban, brother. These Cubans be lying about the age, man. That man was old, brother.
Rigondeaux wasn't old. Rigondeaux wasn't old.
He Cuban be lying, man.
Yeah,
But he was
they do
he
that.
was definitely too small, and he definitely showed up for a payday.
I mean, he was. I would say he was maybe too small, but it's not like Loma is that much of a bigger guy. Now, if
But
Loma was like Devin Haney fighting Rigondeaux at a bigger weight, then I'm like, yeah, he was a much
he was
smaller
pretty
guy.
doggone close because
Yeah.
Lomachenko even told this guy, said, "Man, you too little, man." Lomachenko told Rigondeaux, "You too small." He said, "You too
Yeah.
small, man."
No,
He
what
told
I
him.
mean, he did. But what I'm saying is, he did. I mean, those are the biggest names on his resume that he's beaten. Those are the bigger names on his resume that he's beaten. So I wouldn't say he. And the reason I don't say I don't say he's overrated because I don't rate Loma as high as everybody else do. I say Loma is a good fighter. Do I think he's a great fighter? No. Do I think he's the best fighter at 135? No. I never thought he was the
Nah,
best fighter at
nah,
135.
I agree. But see, they had him ranked so high, they were trying to push him, push him so
Yeah,
heavy.
now,
And they were
yeah,
trying to they were trying to paint a narrative. But you look at him, the dude ain't even got 30 fights. I don't think
yeah,
he got what
nah,
20 some fights.
yeah. I think he's right around 20. Right around
Yeah,
20, something like
he
that.
came out of the amateurs with 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he don't even have the body of work, in my opinion, to even be considered a great fighter with 20 something
Yeah.
professional
Now
bouts.
But I think he
what
did move through about almost 4 divisions, right? Didn't he? Wasn't he a 3-division champ?
huh?
Yeah, I mean
Him
Lomachenko,
and
he was he
He,
was good. He was doing his thing. Ain't taking anything from him, man. But
he was no
like,
Maschenko for a minute, coach. And
but
at the
who he
middleweight,
was fighting though, bro? Who he was fighting?
Nicholas Walters.
Man, Nicholas Ward was smoking that ganja when he fought him, man.
They be saying ganja improve your performance, man. As Ricky
That,
Wood,
That joint don't ganja do not improve your performance. I used to smoke weed for a long time. That do not improve.
Ask Keyshawn, they took a win away from him. They said it improved your performance.
That joint do not improve your performance. It
It's a
slows you
performance
down.
enhancer.
That shit slows you down. No, it's an illegal drug in Texas. That's why they took
Yeah,
it
it's a
from.
banned substance. Yeah.
It's illegal.
even with the Brian Norman, I would put him for Brian Norman because first he's from the hometown, he's from the city, so of course I'm gonna rock with him. But I would basically pull up to him because I thought he was going to beat Devin based off of Devin's last performance. I'm like, yo,
Nah,
he looked bad against Ramirez. In my opinion, that's all we got him because the way he
I
was
told
looking.
you. I told you, coach. I was like, nah, I
But
got Devin by decision because Devin, he's been in there with better quality opponents. I was like, Devin is a better boxer. He's been in there with better quality opponents. I was like, nah, I think Devin is going to outbox Brian Norman. And that's why I picked Devin for the decision. I didn't think Devin was going to get the knockdown, and I didn't think Devin was going to stop him, but I definitely had Devin by decision.
well, I thought Norman had improved, made some type of improvement. I didn't know that he was going to have so much trouble fighting on the inside. I said, bro, I thought he would have an advantage fighting on the inside, but he didn't. He kept allowing himself to be tied up, and he was tying up
No,
himself,
I didn't. No,
falling in, grabbing and holding and stuff instead of letting his hands go, man.
no, aircraft. You go back and look at matter of fact, on this channel, go back and look at BVO's channel. I didn't pick Brian Norman, I picked Devin Haney by decision. No, sir. I already knew who was gonna win that fight. I like Brian Norman. I was hoping Brian Norman win by knockout, but no, sir. I was like, no, sir. Because at that time, I was like, damn, I didn't like the way Devin Haney was moving. And I was like, man, I hope Brian Norman knock him out, but I got Devin Haney beating him. I got Devin Haney winning by decision.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said,
Mark. Yeah, I was going back and forth with Marky one day, and I definitely picked Norman Jr. But with Champ Ross, when it came down to picking with Champ Ross, I had to go Devin by decision, man.
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Marky Dan. He's a slick guy. He'll get you into it. But nah, I definitely was rooting for Norman Jr. as well. I mean, that's a fight. That's why I really don't want to pick Keyshawn versus Devin.
Yeah, but he
Because
hit
I'm a fan of both guys, so I really can see both guys winning.
yeah, he did. He was on the panel earlier, Vay. I don't know. I mean, Marky, he'd be on the beach eating coconuts with his toes out, so he probably chilling somewhere.
Mm, at the beach. I'm over here watching this Hitchens. Yeah, he
Hey, yeah, the new season start this Saturday. Y'all better, if y'all got a YouTube or Messenger, hit Champ Ross up so y'all can get in the league. The new season start this Saturday.
We got some good fights on this Saturday too. Lamont Rhodes versus Zepeda.
Hey, that's a good fight. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to that one, man.
No, I don't know how I'm gonna pick in this one. I want to pick Lamont Roach because I think he's a good counter puncher, but he starts off so slow, and I think they really trying to get Williams Zepeda a championship. That's why they left him at number 1. I think they really trying to get Williams Zepeda a championship. And if Lamont Roach come out there and start off slow, I think it's going to be too big of a hill to climb for him to win that fight because Williams Zepeda let his hands go. Even though he might take some shots, he's going to let his hands go. And they might give it to Williams Zepeda because of his work ethic. I mean, his work activity and his ring generalship, because Lamont Roach is going to stay pretty much on the back foot. He's gonna look to counter punch. He's gonna pretty much stay on the back foot. So I want to pick Lamont Roach, but I'm thinking Zepeda, and I haven't made my decision yet. But I'm thinking Zepeda because I think they really want Zepeda to get a championship.
Carrier say he see another draw. Champ Ross said he got Zepeda. Woo! New season. Champ Ross pick him lead. Lock in.
I gotta do some more research, and because that Shakur Stevenson fight and that Tevin Farmer fight made me second guess Williams Zepeda. Not so much the Shakur Stevenson fight, but more so the Tevin Farmer fight, because he clearly got outboxed in that fight. And I think the first fight, not the second one, the first fight, he clearly got outboxed in that fight, and they gifted him a decision in that fight. The second fight was a little close.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna see. I mean, Lamont Roach, he gonna have to come with it.
He's gonna have to start off fast. If he start off slow and he gets down 3 or 4 rounds early, might be too big of a hill to climb.
I think Lamont coming in looking for the stoppage, man.
He better.
He know he ain't gonna be at the hour working. He gonna be trying to sit on them shots, man. See if he can hurt Williams.
I don't know if Lamont Roach got the power to be able to hurt William, but he better be looking to try to stop him, because that's probably going to be the only way he wins that fight is by a stoppage. It'd probably be the only way, because I think he's going to be down early on that scorecards. I don't even think. I know he's going to be down early. The first 2 or 3 rounds is going to be Williams Zepeda, because he's going to be out there throwing nonstop punches. I know he's going to be down early.
I think Roach gonna hurt him, man, because I seen what's the name, Tevin Farmer, he drops Zepeda, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Lamont is sharp enough counter puncher. I think, I got a little confidence in them guys. I think they putting together a game plan, you know what I'm saying, to try to get the stoppage, man, because like you said, Lamont done had too many draws, man. So he can't let it go to the scorecard, man. He got to go out there and make sure he gets stoppage. I think they training for the stoppage, man.
They need. I hope they training with somebody that throw a lot of punches, because he's going to need to be able to defend against a bunch of punches, because Williams Zepeda throws somewhere between 70 to 100 punches per round. He's going to need to be able to defend against that. I don't know. That's what I say. I keep going back and forth. One moment I'm saying Lamont. The next moment I'm saying Williams Zepeda.
Hey, that means it's a good fight, man. And we don't know exactly who's gonna win, man. So we gotta. That's thankful right there. It's a good fight, man. It's hard to decide who's gonna win the fight. I'm pulling for Roach, man. I want Roach to go ahead and do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't got nothing against Williams Zepeda, man, but Roach, he got to get him a win. He done had 2 draws back to back, man. You got to do something, man. They gave the nickname
Williams Zepeda is currently the
Roach,
slight favorite in this. I mean, the slight underdog in this fight. Williams Zapata is a slight underdog to Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is going to be moving down from 140. He just fought Pitbull Cruz. Um, do y'all think based on level of experience? Well, Coach, you think based on level of experience, Lamont should be able to win this fight?
Oh yeah, Lamont. Hey, I'm picking Lamont to win the fight, man. I think he's gonna hit up my man with some good counter shots, man, and discourage him. In one way, he gonna have, but he gonna have to hurt this guy, man. He gonna have to hurt him at some point in time, man. The cat they ain't cool with him that punch I put down. So I think Pop, and them, they got a good game plan, man. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are good trainers to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the good thing, the counter punch, that's gonna be where it's at, man. And Lamont, he got sneaky power, man. You know what I'm saying? He not a devastating power, but you know what I'm saying. But he can't hurt you, man. So if he can go there and put a hurt on this guy, man, he gonna be in business.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Phase the Great, appreciate you, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, he gotta hurt my man. Now, what you think about Cool Boy, man? Man, Cool Boy, they finna put this dude on the shelf, bro. Cool
yeah,
Boy finna be on the shelf, man.
I think so too. Unless he gonna move up to a full 140 or 135, but yeah, that was a bad look.
Man, that man wasn't even close to the weight, man. I'm like, bro, you should have. I don't know what he thinking about. He can't really fight at 140 because he really ain't got nothing to keep them guys off of him. You know what I'm saying? He just like to eat, man. You know what I mean? Same
Mm.
thing with Jaleel Hackett, man. Jaleel Hackett. These dudes get big during, when they ain't fighting, man. They said Jaleel walk around 200 pounds, bro. 200 pounds and coming down all that weight, man. To fight at 160, man, could drop 40 pounds, man. So
Mm.
my man, he just gotta stay. He gotta stay disciplined, man. It wasn't a good look for
They
Cool Boy.
say
Plus, I don't think
They say Devin dropping 40 pounds to make 47.
he might be. He could be. He could be possibly, walking around 175, 180. As far as the Lamont, not Lamont, but Conor Ben and Ryan Garcia fight, man. The winner of that fight, man, that's gonna be, they're gonna be in a good position. Cause Ryan, he got the complexion for the protection, so you already know if he win that fight, they gonna move him a certain type of way, man. But I still think, at some point in time, I would like to see that rematch. But like I said, that rematch will always be there. So I think they're gonna eventually get that together because I think the people still wanna see that fight, man. They still
With
barking
Devin
at each
versus
other.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, people still want to see that fight, man. Yeah, people still
Who
want to
you
see it.
Before we get out of here for the day, hey, listen, appreciate everybody that pulled up today. Y'all already know we'll be back Wednesday, Friday, 1:30 to 3. Excuse me, 1 to 3. Coach, let me ask you this. Who you picking, Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis?
Man, that's a good fight, bro. That's a good fight, man. Bro, that's a 50-50, man. That's a 50-50 fight. I don't know. I think Keyshawn might have something for him, man.
Mm.
I know Devin. I know Devin got the the mental game down and all that stuff and all the mind games that Bill Haney plays. See, a lot of times Bill Haney, he's the one that's pulling the strings. He'll beat you before you get in the ring. Cause Bill play a lot of mind games, so Keyshawn gonna have to stay out of. Don't go back and forth with Bill, cause Bill gonna get you off your square. That's part of the whole tactics right there, man. But that fight, that's a toss up, man. That's a toss up fight. If Keyshawn can make Devin fight his fight, whoever can make the other guy fight their fight, that's who's gonna win. If Keyshawn can make Devin Haney fight his fight, Keyshawn gonna win. If Devin Haney can make Keyshawn fight his fight, Devin gonna win. So it's whoever can impose their will on the other one. I believe that's who's gonna win that fight. So right now, I ain't got a pick right now, man. I gotta think about it a little bit more. I don't have a pick.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate you pulling up today, Coach.
All right,
That's
bro.
a
Salute,
phenomenal
man.
fight. Appreciate you. We're gonna see They're gonna line it up. Hopefully, we'll get it in October. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today. Bless, not stress. Always be intentional in everything you do. God got us while the devil lurking. At the end of the day, we always working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Let's go green.
I need money.